Working on it. I'm trying to get it. Tell them when they can come live. Working on it. I'm trying to get it. Tell them when they can come live. Hey, Nathan, I see you. What's going on out there at William Blunt?
Hey, Roddy, yeah, Dobbins Bennett just scored the first touchdown of the night on their opening drive to make it 7-0. They scored on about a 35-yard pass over the middle. They had a nice drive that started on their own about 10-yard line, so a nice long drive down the field. William Blunt had a nice drive themselves on the first drive of the game, got down to Dobbins Bennett territory, but the drive stalled around the 40-35. They had to punt. So both teams are moving the ball right now, but it is 7-0 Dobbins Bennett. William Blunt had a nice drive themselves on the first drive of the game, got down to Dobbins Bennett territory, but the drive stalled around the 40-35. They had to punt.
All right, Nathan, we'll be checking back in with you shortly. All right, thanks. All right, Nathan, we'll be checking back in with you shortly. All right, thanks. Tonight's actions all over the Southeast. Having some technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on, but we're definitely working. I've got 4 games going on right now here in tonight's actions all over the Southeast. Having some technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on, but we're definitely working. I've got 4 games going on right now here in tonight's actions all over the Southeast. Having some technical difficulty. So if we could just continue on, we'll get it together here. We've got people all over the place. We've got Mikey Hines is at Jefferson County versus Science Hill. Daniel Boone in Tennessee High, where Chris Riddick is. Elizabeth, and he'll be covering Elizabeth and Volunteer a little bit later on this evening. Pope John Paul II and Catholic is meeting in Knoxville, and that's where Jake Nichols is. And we've got games going on. We'll have scores and highlights from all over the South. So we're working on things. Just bear with us. We'll get it together here very shortly. We'll let's run down a few scores. Maryville already up on Hardin Valley, 21-3. That is a first quarter score. We've got Morristown West 7, Cherokee 0. We're moving on down. No score. Got a COVID game. Alcoa has had another COVID win over Union County. Farragut 7, Bradley Central 0. Cleveland 7, Beard 0. Knox West 7 and Cott County 0. Maryville just scored again. It's 21-3, and we're getting everything together here in the studio. And we're working on things as we speak right here on the zone. Sometimes things do not work out as they plan. We've got some great games. Before we move into some other scores, we need to give thanks to the people who help make this broadcast possible. Krispy Kreme Donuts in Sevierville, 2 locations to serve you, 1 in Pigeon Forge and 1 on the Parkway in Sevierville. Sevier County Electric, taking care of all the residentials and all of our business partners here in Sevier County and keeping the lights on all over Sevier County during this high school football season. Riverstone Resort, Buddy's Barbecue, Clayton's Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash, and Claybo's Campground, Alewife Pottery, Blades Hair Salon, and Sesquitos 2, all those fine sponsors right here in Sevier County. Got everything going on. Like I said, we're going with scores, working on some other scores around the Southeast, getting you caught up on the action. A lot of the games start at 7, a lot at 7:30. So we're trying to make sure we've got everything in place for you here on this special night. Knox West 14, Cott County 0. That is the first quarter score. as well. A lot going on around. Like I said, we'll have Mike Hines. He will be at Jefferson County at Science Hill. Action has already started, so we'll be going back with them. We've already talked to Chris. Chris Reddick is saying that Dobbins Bennett's. Oh, Daniel Boone 7, Tennessee High 0. The boss is in the studio with me tonight. She's helping out because we got all these people around. But we will be going back with them shortly here on Your High School Sports. Just bear with us. Like I said, we've got Mikey Hines. He's out at Science Hill where they're taking on the Jefferson County Patriots. Daniel Boone and Tennessee High, Chris Reddick is covering that game, and he'll be covering also the Elizabethton Volunteer game as well. And Pope John Paul II versus Catholic. That game is happening in Knoxville at Catholic. And Nathan Miranda is out at William Blount where they're taking on Dobbins Bennett. Guys, all these games tonight are very crucial games. We are in week number 9. And I'll tell you what, when you get down to week number 9, you have playoff implications all over the board, and all these games, I'm telling you, have playoff implications. I know that Jake Nichols had just texted me. We've got things. We're keeping you in the loop here because we were having some technical difficulty. The boss had to come in. She had to help. Back-to-back turnovers at Catholic and Pope John Paul II. Hopefully, we will be getting out to some of these games here shortly. Here, let me let everybody know. So everybody, I'm giving the boss a little bit of, sometimes you have to let the boss know. She has to do a little thing, but she's running to get her phone right quick so she can help us out here in the zone right now. A great night for football in the Southeast. As we say, this is Your High School Sports, the zone. I'm your host, Roddy Woods, and this is week number 9. Quick updates here. Let's go to, we always like to give you a classification, TSSAA. The polls always come out on Tuesday, and this is this week's poll. We'll start out with Class 6A. We're number 1, Oakland, still 7-0. Maryville's number 2, 7-0. Number 3 is Summit, 8-0. Riverdale is number 4 at 7-0. Bradley Central is number 5, 7-0. Collierville is 8th at number 6. Number 7 is Ravenwood, 6-2. Number 8 is Germantown. They're also 6-2. Hendersonville is number 9, 5-2. And number 10 is Dobbins Bennett out of Kingsport. They are 5-2. And a couple of there's no honorable mentions in the Class 6A classification. Class 5A, Knox West is number 1, still on top, number 1, and they're actually in playing up in Cott County tonight. Score update, we'll be getting in with Jake Nichols pretty soon. Pope John Paul II, 14, Knox Catholic, 3, Austin East, 6, Pigeon Forge, 0. That's a crucial game in that division. Let's go into Jake Nichols. Jake, I see the score is 14-3 out there at Catholic.
Buddy, an insane game so far here in Knoxville. 14-3 in favor of Pope John Paul. They just got a huge drive courtesy of a big pass from Kenny Minchie, and he has been electric so far tonight. Had one interception that Catholic almost took back for a touchdown, but instead they were forced to settle for a field goal. JP2's defense has been fantastic so far tonight, as Minchie and the Knights are now on the 9-yard line down there. Still 14-3, like I said, trying to make it 21-3 right now.
Has Pope John
Here,
Paul?
let me adjust my phone here.
Okay, go right ahead, do your thing. There you go. Give me a good clear shot of that. What's going on? We'll be with you guys. We've got 4 people on tonight. I've got Chris Reddick. He's up at Dobbins, Daniel Boone at Tennessee High. Mikey Hines is at Jeff County versus Science Hill. But right now we're watching Pope John Paul II. Pope John Paul II and Catholic from down in Knoxville. Mikey, we'll be back with you just a second.
Roddy, 2nd down and 4 from the 4-yard line for JP2. Minchie passes to the corner. And that one is caught. Touchdown, JP2. Jackson Moore on the reception. And we have got a blowout early in Knoxville, 21-3 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
All right, Jake, we'll get back with you soon. We're moving up to Jeff County versus Jeff County and Science Hill. Mikey, what's going on up there?
Okay, Science Hill has just scored a touchdown, so it makes it 8-0. Early in the end of almost the end of the first, it looks like a sweep to number 1. So, yeah, they just scored a touchdown. They're going for the extra point now.
All right. I'll tell you what, we're going to stay with you to see the extra point. Then we're going to go out to Chris Reddick. He's at Daniel Boone versus Tennessee High. And let's see the extra point. It's up. It is good.
It's good.
All right, Mike, we'll be back with you. Let's go check in with Chris. He's at Daniel Boone versus Tennessee High. Chris Reddick, take it away. Chris Reddick. You're muted. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're muted. Unmute yourself. Still don't have you.
Can you hear me now?
I can. There we go. There we go.
You hear me now? Okay. All right. Anyway, big time run by Ryan with Daniel Boone to possibly was going to make it 13-0, but it was a flag holding and calling it back. But it looks like Daniel Boone now has momentum going back again, just another big run. So what I'm getting ready to do now is get over here and get ready to set my other camera up to record so I can make sure.
All right. All right. So we'll be
7-0, Daniel Boone over Tennessee High.
All right, let's go out to William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett. Nathan Miranda has got the call from William Blunt. Nathan?
Hey, Roddy. Yeah, William Blunt just tied it up now 7-7 with about 7 minutes, 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Put together a nice long drive as they did on the first drive, but this time they were able to finish it off with a touchdown. So we'll see who goes up next, who takes the lead going into halftime. Back to you, Roddy.
Let me ask you a question about Dobbins Bennett. Are they what's going on with them? William Blunt's all over this game, aren't they?
Well, they have put together 2 nice drives, William Blunt. Like I said, the first one stalled. Dobbins Bennett on defense, they look to be giving up some longer pass plays here and have some holes right now on defense. So hopefully they'll be able to shore that up in the second half. But their offense is looking good. They've only had 1 drive so far. William Blunt's eating up quite a bit of time. So we'll see what they can do on their second drive.
Well, let me ask you this. This is a crucial game for Dobbins Bennett, correct? They need to win this game.
That's right, yeah. So they're right now 3rd in their district. They have 1 district loss, I believe. So Science Hill's in there. They're undefeated in the district. Jefferson County's undefeated. Jefferson County beat Dobbins Bennett. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to need to win this game and any district games they have left if they want to go to the playoffs, definitely.
Definitely. All right, Nathan, we'll be getting back with you shortly. Your score of your game is what?
7-7.
7-7. All right. 7-7. William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett. We'll be back checking with you, Nathan, shortly. All right. Back to Chris Reddick and see what's going on with at his game. Or Jake Nichols. What's happening out there at Catholic, Jake? As we were proceeding, we'll get back with someone here in a second. I know Chris Reddick, William Blunt, and Daniel Boone. Chris Reddick is out at Daniel Boone and Tennessee High. We got a lot of DBs playing tonight. Chris, you got me sideways still. I'm seeing the game sideways.
That is so funny. That's so funny, Roddy. What's it look like now?
Now you got me, sir. I got you clear and field. You got a good looking field out there. So nice.
Oh, yeah.
Football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you almost saw a touchdown. I kept it on the screen there for you. Daniel Boone is about to score another touchdown. They're literally on about the 1 yard line.
Okay, let's keep it in the red zone right there.
Okay, well they called timeout. They called timeout. So
okay,
if you want to hold it here.
Yeah, we'll hold it with you. You got it. Okay. You got it right there.
Sounds good.
Boy, it looks good out there. Looks like football weather.
Oh yes, yes. Well, if I can give you a quick little update, just what's going on around the region. If no one else is on the line, 1A looks like Cleveland's already crowned champion in 1A. In 2A, you got Unicoi County and West Green playing tonight for the crown. 3A has pretty much been decided by South Green. 4A, of course, Greenville has that in the bag with playing East tonight. And then, of course, we're here at 5A. We got Tennessee High and Daniel Boone. And we're ready to find out who's getting ready to score right now as they still fight to try to battle for the crown.
Did he get in?
Just a little short. Puts it at 4th down, Roddy. It's gonna be
4th down and go. Are they bringing on the kicking team, or are they just staying with the? Looks like the.
Literally, it's about inches, Roddy. So I would assume they're gonna go for it. I mean,
They're just quarterback sneaking. That's what you would do, wouldn't you?
You
You just quarterback sneak.
You literally fall in.
That's what I do too. Just fall over. Just fall over the line.
I would zoom in for you, but like I said, I'm operating 2 cameras here. So,
Chris, a couple of things you were talking about. Jefferson County is playing at Science Hill, and Science Hill is actually up 8-0 right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, right? I was talking to the ref. I'm sorry.
Oh, you saw the ref. I saw him looking at you.
He volunteered to hold my camera, but he said right here. He said, but it may not be a good idea. There's our ref that was going to hold the camera. So I'm sorry.
Back to what you were talking about, playoff implications. You got Science Hill and Jeff County, William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett is all tied up 7-7. This game has a lot of playoff implications, doesn't it?
No doubt, Roddy. This definitely has a lot of playoff implications. Now, the interesting is Tennessee High, even though both teams are 1-1, Tennessee High has lost to Crockett, which Crockett is 3-0 in the conference. But Daniel Boone's also 1-1, but they haven't played Davy Crockett. The Big Musket Bowl is always a big, exciting game. And if Daniel Boone gets the win tonight, all they got to do is beat Davy Crockett in the Musket Bowl. And they could be the champions coming from a 2-6 record. So anyway, I'm going to turn it back over. It looks like let you see
back to you to see if they can punch it in, Daniel Boone.
See if they can punch it in. Yes, sir.
When we're doing this zone, we started out. We had a little technical difficulty. The boss was in here helping out, but now we've got it. We've got Chris Reddick. He's at Daniel Boone versus Tennessee High.
Little must. Oh, they must.
They fumbled. Looked like they fumbled.
Yeah, they must have snapped. You can see Tennessee High celebrating. That was 4th down, right? So that's a big turnover. Big turnover.
All right, so
10, Tennessee High.
You hang in there, and we'll be getting back with you here shortly in the zone. Chris Reddick, he's at Daniel Boone versus Tennessee High for your high school sports.
Thank you, Roddy.
As we get back to when we're talking about the classifications, Jake Nichols is with us. Jake is out at Knox Catholic versus Pope John Paul II. We're holding here in the whole zone for Jake. As we get ready, let's finish up Class 5A. Knox West is number 1. They're 6-1. Page is number 2, 8-0. Powell, number 3, 7-1. A big game coming up real soon between Knox West and Powell. That probably definitely they play in the same conference, so that will probably definitely be a conference championship, like Chris Reddick was talking about. Hey, Jake, what's going on out there at Catholic now?
So still 21-3 Catholic, or still 21-3 JP2, but we've got a 3rd down and 5 here for Catholic, trying to move the chains. Jaden Neal back to pass over the middle.
Did he catch it?
Touchdown, Knoxville Catholic.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll stay right here with you on the extra point, see what happens here. Let's see for Catholic.
Neal with a beautiful pass over the middle, and just like that, 21-10. JP2 Catholic back within 11.
Let me ask you this. Can Catholic get back in this thing? Are they out of it? Is JP2 that good a football team?
Yep.
They are that good a football team.
right. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. Thanks, Jake. Jake is out there at Catholic versus JP2. And let's go up to Mikey Hines. Mike. Hey, Mikey, what's going on at Science Hill? Unmute yourself, my friend.
All right, sorry, Ronnie. It's third down and 6. Jeff County's got the ball. They're driving. They're about the 20-yard line.
Yep.
Yeah, 23-yard line.
Hold that right there. Zoom in a little bit. Zoom in just a little bit. There you go. Now hold it right there. Hold it. Mikey, you know, this is a very big game for both of these teams. Jeff County sitting on top.
Yes.
You had a chance to talk to
Bills
Coach
on the run.
Riley. How was that?
Tackle by ball. Brings up 4th.
That was pretty good. They got a transfer from the quarterback that was from Greenville. He was a backup quarterback. He moved to Jefferson County, which gave them a little bit more, pep in their step, so to speak, with their quarterback position. Then they also have a couple of good running backs. Number 6, and I think it is. Trying to think. Hold on, I was trying to watch the play too.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 6 is a big, heavy. Number 6 is a big running back. He's more of a power running back that will smack you in the face, so to speak, where he comes up and he will just knock you over.
Makes it 4th and 9.
So we've got, is it 4th down at your place?
Yeah, it's 4th and 9.
4th and 9. 4th and 9.
9-0 Science Hill right now.
9-0 Science Hill. Science Hill looks a totally different team tonight, don't they?
Yeah, they do. He's running. Oop. He threw it away.
Robbins' pass is incomplete.
So
there's a flag on the play.
All right,
on the play.
Mikey, you go ahead when they get down in the red zone. Are they in the red zone? Is Jeff County in the red zone?
Yeah, Jeff County is. There's a flag, but I don't know what it is yet. I don't know if Jeff County's got the ball.
Holding Jeff County.
Okay.
1st and 10, Hilltop.
So Science Hill's got the ball now.
All right, we'll see. It went over on down, so we'll get back with you, Mikey, live from Science Hill High School in Johnson City. They're taking on Jefferson County. So let's go back out to we're waiting on I believe Jake Nichols has something, but let's go and finish up the polls as we were getting ready to give you the polls in Class 5A. Let's go to the scoreboard right quick. Beach 21, Gallatin 0. Dobbins, Benny, and William Blunt, as Nathan Miranda says, is 7-7 tied up. Westridge 14, Morristown East 0. Elizabethton 7, Volunteers 0. South Green 21, Johnson County 2. Sounds like a baseball score. Science Hill 9, as Mikey Hines said. Science Hill 9, Jefferson County 0. Morristown West 7, Cherokee 7. Greenville 7, Sullivan East 0. These are all first quarter scores. So Seymour 7, Granger County 0. Happy Valley 6, Cloudon 0. And Nathan Miranda is back with us. Nathan, what's going on out there, William Blunt?
Hey, Roddy. Yeah. William Blunt, the Governors just had a big 4th down stop with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And then they had a 3rd and 10 on their own 30, and they threw an interception. So Dobbins Bentner has the ball in the red zone, and they actually just scored. But it looks like
action. Let me see some action.
Yeah, definitely. They just scored, but there's a penalty marker down.
Okay.
We'll see what it is here.
Holding.
That's holding on Dobbins Bennett. That's going to take him back. But yeah, so they had a 3rd and 10, William Blunt, backed up on their own 30, third interception. Dobbins Bennett returned at about 10 yards. And that's, they just big momentum swing there. They had one themselves, the Governors, on that 4th down stop. And then they gave the ball right back. So we'll see if Dobbins Bennett can go up here and take the lead going into halftime. There's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left right now.
Okay. Keep going. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm talking to Nathan. Nathan is out at William Blunt, and the Dobbins Bennett Indians about ready to score here. They're in the red zone, so hold on just a second.
After the penalty, the 1st and 20, Dobbins Bennett.
1st and 20 for Dobbins Bennett. Let's see what happens here, Nathan. Hold on, Mikey. Stay right there where you're at.
A screen pass incomplete.
Hey, Nathan, I'll ask you a question. Ever since William Blunt played Sevier County and they lost, but they have been playing a different brand of football, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that game was a big. That was a big momentum or turning point in their season. Sevier County is a good football team. They almost beat Knox West Sevier County. So William Blunt, I think that gave them a lot of confidence too, knowing that they can play with some of the bigger teams.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah,
Nathan?
let's see.
Okay. Keep going. Keep going.
It doesn't look like it's. That's about as far as I can get right here.
Okay. All right. Well, you right there. Stay right there. Just hold that shot on over. Go over just to your right. To your right. No, to your left. I mean, to your left. Right there. Right there.
Like a chips pass. Beginning for Russell.
So now they have about a 3rd and 20.
They can't get it. They're outside the red zone. So, Nathan, we'll get back with you shortly. Nathan Miranda is still 7-7, William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett. So, we'll get back with you shortly. You hang in there. It's a great night for football, isn't it?
It is, definitely. Thanks, Ryder.
It doesn't seem like it's over. All right, let's go over to Mike Hines. Mike, he is up at Science Hill. What's going on up there?
All right. Dustin Diamond threw a pass to Tolbert, which he actually scored on a 60-yard touchdown.
Oh, from Science Hill?
So Science Hill's up now 16-0 with 8:55 in the second quarter.
Mikey, while I've got you here, this is playoff. If Jeff County wins, they can actually win the conference, correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
So they can actually win the conference. So 16-0. Are they kicking the extra point right now?
They've already kicked the extra point. I was trying to catch it quick enough, but
Okay.
But it's 16-0. Jeff County is getting moved back again. Looks like they're at the 10-yard line.
Okay. So, Mikey, you go ahead and catch us up. We'll be back with you shortly right here on Your High School Sports. Mikey Hines is in the zone tonight. All right, Mikey, we'll get back with you here shortly. A couple of scores and up-to-dates. Happy Valley 6, Cloudon 8. Hampton 7, Cumberland Gap 0. Greenville 7, Sullivan East. That just doesn't sound right. Greenville 7, Sullivan East 0. Unaka 8, Cosby 0. Morristown West 7, Cherokee 7. Science Hill, as Mikey just said, goes up 16-0.
Hey, Ryder, we've got an update here at Catholic.
Yes.
We've got an update here at Catholic. JP2 just forced the Irish into a safety in the end zone. It's now 25-10. Catholic scored a few moments ago, and now JP2 gets a safety. So, again, 23-10 now, sorry, as JP2's defense has absolutely dominated so far tonight, forcing the Irish into several 1st and long, 3rd and long situations, and they have controlled the pace so far tonight.
All right, well, we'll be getting back with you shortly here, Jake, here in the zone. You keep up the good work out there at Catholic. 23-10 favor Pope John Paul II over Knox Catholic. That game is still in the early stages of the second quarter. So Jake will be back with us shortly here on Your High School Sports the Zone. Couple of quick updates. South Green 21, Johnson County 2, Cherokee 14, Morristown West 7. That's a good game. Red Bank, Chattanooga Red Bank 7, Fayetteville 0. West Ridge 14, Morristown East 0. 7-7. William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett. We went out and we talked to Nathan Miranda just a few minutes ago, and he says that Jeff, they were in the red zone. Dobbins Bennett was in the red zone, and all of a sudden, you know, they had a couple of penalties and backed them up, and we saw some action there when it was in. It was really, really backed up. Now it is time. Now it is 14-7. Daniel Dobbins Bennett got too many DBs playing tonight. There's Daniel Boone. There's Dobbins Bennett, but Dobbins Bennett is up 14-7 over William Blunt. Kingston 14, Signal Mountain 0. Austin East in the second quarter still up on Pigeon Forge 6-0. Cleveland 7, Bearden 0. Knox West 35, Cobb County 0. That will be next week. We will get to see Knox West. Your high school sports game of the week will be at Maryville next week as the Maryville Red Rebels take on the Knox West Rebels. So two Rebel teams meeting. This is a real crucial game for both teams as we get ready for the playoffs. We're getting down in that playoff. You know, this is week number 9. So the playoffs are right around the corner, guys. There's only 11 games in a season, but, you know, you only play 10. So there's an open week. So next week, your high school sports crew will be at Maryville High School as the Red Rebels take on the Knox West Rebels. Jake Nichols back with you. Hey, Jake. Oh, he was. Maryville actually leading Hardin Valley 35-3. Farragut 14, Bradley Central 0. Fulton 7, Scott County 0. As we move on, a lot of the games starting, remember, out in West Tennessee, they are behind us. So some of their games will be kicking off in about 10 minutes, which is 7 Central Time out there. Kingston 14, Signal Mountain 0. Chattanooga Hickson 7, Lenore City 0. Tyner Academy in Meigs County kicks off at 7:30. There's no score. Red Bank 7, like I said, Fayetteville 0. Pope John Paul II 23, Knox Catholic 10. That game, Jake Nichols is covering that game for us here on Your High School Sports. Excuse me. The throat gets dry when you talk a lot, you know. Meigs County 7, Tyner 0. Other scores, a lot of the scores, like I said, out in West Tennessee have not started yet. The only score from out there in the West Tennessee area is Beach 28, Gallatin 0. Great game there. Laredo 6, Cosdale 0. And we'll stay with the teams in East Tennessee right now because those are the games that we can update you on until the scores start to roll in. Like I said, one COVID game to report tonight. Alcoa gets a win against Union County. Alcoa on the season is 7-1, and you know, they are getting ready. You know, Coach, they're getting ready for the playoffs. He doesn't like to talk about the playoffs a lot, but they are getting ready for it. Unicoi County 7, West Green 0. Science Hill 16, Jeff County 0. Cherokee 14, Morristown West 7. Greenville has scored 14. Greenville 14, Sullivan East 0. That is a first quarter score. Seymour still leading Granger County 7-0. Daniel Boone, as Chris says, is 7-0 up over Tennessee High. These are crucial games, guys, around the area because it is playoff time. I'm telling you. Playoffs are just around the corner. Playoff week starts the first week of November. So a lot of things happening to checking on when the playoffs start. The playoffs will start November the 5th. That's when the first round of the TSSAA playoffs begin November the 5th. So the next 2 weeks will be very crucial for high school football around the Southeast, especially here in Tennessee. We are your high school sports, the source for football in the Southeast, based in Sevier County, Tennessee. Let's finish up on the polls. We have so many things going on. Let's finish the polls. We left off for Class 5A. Number 1, Knox West. Number 2 is Page. Number 3 is Powell. Number 4 is Memphis Central. Number 5, Station Camp. Number 6, Knox Central. Number 7 is Green Hill. Number 8, Mount Juliet. They're actually tied with Springfield. And number 10 is Munford. A few schools receiving some honorable mentions: Ray County, Campbell County, and the Sevier County Smoky Bears right here in Sevier County receiving a vote for Class 5A. Class 4A, Greenville, the Green Devils on top, number 1, 8-0. Tullahoma is number 2. Elizabethton is 3rd. Haywood County is 4th. Hardin County 5th. Pearl Cone is 6th. Upperman is 7th. Montgomery Central is 8th. Marshall County 9. East Hamilton 10. Some teams receiving honorable mentions: South Daw and Fayette Ware. All right, Mikey, what's going on out there at Science Hill? Yes, sir. I see you. I can't hear you. All right. Somebody's in the red zone. Right. Is that Science Hill in the red zone?
Yes, Brock just carried it. It looks like at the 2-yard line, they're getting ready to score. Okay. Right here.
Got nothing.
Diamond on the keeper.
No. I thought he did for a minute.
I did too. Getting back with you guys in a second. I'm with Mikey right now. He's at Science Hill, Jeff County, and Science Hill's in the red zone. So we'll be with you two guys just in a second. Got Chris Reddick on the way to Elizabethton. He's headed to Volunteer. Elizabethton taking on Volunteer, where Elizabethton is ahead 7-0, Chris. But you didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that.
7-0.
Just hopped in the car.
All right.
Science Hill just scored.
Yep.
Looks like Science Hill's dominating this game, 22. Mikey.
Yeah, they're ahead 22-0 with 4:04 left in the second quarter.
22-0 in favor of Science Hill. Chris, I got Chris Reddick. He's on his way to Elizabethton. I got a quick question for you. You talked about how important this game with Science Hill and Jeff County is. What do you think about Jeff County being down 22-0?
You know, that's it's
23-0, Mikey said.
It's pretty surprising. I thought it'd actually be a closer game. I do know this. Science Hill was due a good game. Science Hill is actually a really good team. They really haven't expressed it enough in the game. They have a decent record. The last couple of games, they've had a little to Daniel Boone. They played them last week on Saturday. They barely beat Daniel Boone 17-14, but that's because they had like 5 turnovers in that game. And the game before that, even though they won 34-14 over Morristown West, they had a little trouble, needed a little help on defense. But I knew this was going to be them. They got great, outstanding players. They got Cole Tolbert there, receiver. I'm sure he's tearing it up. So it's good for Science Hill to see that score 22-0, because I think the real Science Hill is coming out. It's the best time for them to come out.
All right, Chris, you be careful. We'll be hearing from you when you get to Volunteer.
Ronnie, I'm sorry, but my main report was to let you know it was 14-0 and it's closing on the half. I went ahead and took off there, but it's 14-0 Daniel Boone over Tennessee High. 14-0
favor Daniel Boone over Tennessee High. We'll check in with Chris in a moment. Let's go out to Nathan right quick. Nathan's at William Blount versus
Hey, right, that's right. Last time I checked in with you, Dobbins Bennett had a 3rd and 20 on the William Blount 28, and they threw a 28-yard touchdown pass. So they went up 14-7, and they just scored now to put them up 21-7. They just made the extra point. This last touchdown was just with 13 seconds left in the half. So it's
So I missed out.
21-7.
Dobbins Bennett,
Yeah.
I missed out on the
21-7.
touchdown. The next play they scored.
Say that again?
Did they score the next play?
Oh, yeah. When I checked out, yeah, that next play they scored. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So
So it's 21-7. Let me ask you this. We're talking about playoffs, and Dobbins Bennett is one of the teams that, you know, if they move on and win in 6A, who they will face. But tonight, do they look like they are a playoff contender?
their offense does. Their defense, they've been giving up some big plays on defense. We'll see if they can settle down the second half, but their offense does look to be clicking right now.
All right. So we'll get back to you after halftime. It is 21-7 favor of the Indians over the William Blount Governors. Thanks, Nathan. We'll be checking back in with you after halftime.
All right, thanks.
All right, Nathan Miranda is out there at William Blount as Dobbins Bennett leads 21-7. I was trying to get Nathan to talk a little bit about the playoffs. He is a Maryville alumni, so you know what happens if you win out and probably second, third round, you will make that trip to down to Maryville to face the Rebels. It's like next week, our game of the week, your high school sports game of the week, will feature the Maryville Red Rebels as the West Rebels will come into to Maryville next Friday night. Your high school sports will be there to give you all the action. Quick update, Greenville 20 over Sullivan East 0, 20-0. South Green 43 and Johnson County 2. That score is still hanging around there. As Chris Reddick just said, as he leaves to head toward Volunteer so he can see Elizabeth and play, it is Daniel Boone 14, Tennessee High 0. So Seymour still hanging on to that 7-0 lead over Granger County. Cherokee 14, Morristown West 7. That's a crucial game for both those schools in their classification. Both schools need a win to stay in the playoff hunt. Science Hill 23, Jefferson County 0. Unicoi County 7, West Green 0. That's still a first quarter score. No updates on that. Elizabeth 14, Volunteers 0 now. West Ridge 14, Morristown East 0. As Nathan Miranda says, Dobbins Bennett 21, William Blount 7. That is a halftime score. Halftime, Cleveland 10, Bridden 0. Knox West 49, Cott County 0. Farragut 14, Bradley Central 7. Maryville 38, Hardin Valley 3. Harriman 8, excuse me, Greenback 8. Fulton 14, Scott County 0. Rockwood 14, Wartburg 0. It is Tellico Plains and Bledsoe County, no score. Kingston 21, Signal Mountain 0. Hickson 14, Lenore City 7. Meigs County 7. Chattanooga Tyner 0. Chuckey Doak 7, Claiborne County. Chuckey Doak 12, Claiborne County 7. My mistake, excuse me. Red Bank 7, Fayetteville 0. Whitwell 35, Lookout Valley 7. McEwen 14, Gleason 14. That's the second quarter score. We're getting some scores from West Tennessee out there. As we move on down, Rockville 20, Blackman 8. That is a second quarter score down in the Middle Tennessee area, down in the Murfreesboro area. Beach 28, Gallatin 7. That's a halftime score. As we roll on down to see, I'm trying to check our scoreboard to see Pope John Paul 23, Knox Catholic 10. That's the game that Jake Nichols is at for your high school sports, the Zone. 23-10. We'll have a halftime. When we get to halftime, we'll talk to Jake to see what's going on down there with Knox Catholic. A lot of, as Brandon Martin who helped Jake call the game last night out at your high school sports game of the week, was at Northview Academy. And a really, really good game for GP, as GP took on Northview Academy last night. And it was 48-6 favor of Northview Academy. Sevier County won last night, beating Heritage 42-0. These are scores from last night, because a lot of the schools played Thursday night, because a lot of schools went on fall break today. Corns 42, Oak Ridge 35, Friendship Christian 49, Red Blowing Springs 0, Perry County 38, Holly Rock 0, Lewis County 41, Scott Hills 14, Lexington 34, Chester County 0, Jackson Southside 42, McNairy Central 6, White House 41, Stewart 13, Gibson 74, Houston County 50. Whoa, what a score, 74-50. And Douglas 24, Memphis Business 0. So a lot of scores, a lot of games last night, but your high school sports game of the week was out at Northview Academy, where they hosted the Gatlinburg-Pittman Highlanders. Gatlinburg came out with a win 48-6. And like I said, Sevier County took on Heritage last night, 42-0 Sevier County. Sevier County is one of them teams that is very dangerous, guys, as we move into the playoffs. A lot of things can happen. As was talking to Nathan, when Sevier County has been rolling, they had a great game against Knox West, where they lost by 1. And since that game, they have been a team that has put up a lot of points. So look out. I wouldn't want to play Sevier County in the playoffs. Coach Todd Loveday's team is probably getting it all together. They're 5-2 right now. Quick scores, Chucky Doak 12, Claiborne 7. Westridge 14, Morristown East 0 still. Cloudon 8, Happy Valley 6. Unaka 8, Cosby 0. That is the first quarter score. Hampton 13, Cumberland Gap 0. Daniel Boone, as Chris Reddick said, Daniel Boone 14 up over Tennessee High. Seymour 14, Granger County 0. We will be featuring Seymour will have another round on your high school sports game of the week. They will take on number 2. Nope, they're not number 2. They are number 3 in Class 4A. They will take on Elizabethton Cyclones, as Elizabethton. That's where our your high school sports zone reporter is heading right now. Chris Reddick, he's heading up to that game. He's doing special duty. He's doing split duty. But the reason why he's doing split duty, his son Zion plays for Elizabethton. So let's get a report from Mikey Hines. What's going on, Mikey?
Okay. Diamond did his keeper, and they are at the 17-yard line. Science Hill. They're about to score again.
Okay, let's hang in there with it. Let's watch some action from Science Hill as they're taking on Jefferson County. Talking to Chris Reddick before, and he said Science Hill was due for a game like this, Mikey.
I agree with them because they have some really good, talented players. They play really well. The only problem that they've had in the past is just turnovers. Mm-hmm. Because I had an interview with the coach, and he said, when you have 5 turnovers in any given game, you should be scheduled to lose that game. You know, and they just had a couple of good drives at the end of those ball games that, you know, they had the 5 turnovers or a lot of turnovers to win the ball games.
You know, Science Hill, Coach Carter, really good coach, and I'd say they're looking for, you know, if they can pull this game out. Is he throwing it?
They just scored.
They just scored. Touchdown.
Diamond's pass is complete to Martin.
Martin scored the touchdown.
Martin scored the touchdown. So right now that makes it 20. What's that score now?
29-0. They're getting ready to kick the extra point.
29-0, Science Hill. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
It's good.
The kick
It's
is
good. Yeah. Yeah, but like what you were saying there, Roddy, they've got some really good players, you know, on the offensive line as well. You know, they do really well. It's just that they've had a little bit of trouble with the turnovers department in the last few games, you know. So
You know, I'm looking around, I'm looking in the stands. There's not a lot of people at this game, Mikey.
no. You would think there would be a lot more people in this one, especially being at a, you know, coming down to the whoever wins this game, I think will be the conference championship.
Yeah, it'll come down to them versus Dobbins Benton, and Dobbins Benton is winning at Tennessee High. They're winning at William Blunt. They're up 21-7. So it should be a really good game. It should come down to, like we've been talking about, playoffs to start November the 5th. So it's crucial. You got to win or go home right now. You got to win.
Yeah. And
So
I think, you know, to reiterate a little bit what Chris said, I think Science Hill is starting to click on all cylinders like they're supposed to be at this time of the year anyway.
Right, they are. Chris Reddick talking to Mikey, and Science Hill's up 30-0 over Jefferson County. And I was telling Mikey about what you said about they have been their worst enemy. Science Hill's been their worst enemy. So you can chime in on this too, Jake. It is playoff time, guys. I know we got playoffs don't start till November the 5th, but it is playoff time. Now you need to win or you going home, right?
Roddy,
Yes.
what's that?
I'm talking to you. We're talking about playoff time. It's time for you to if you got to win or go home, right? Mikey, we'll get back with you, Mikey. You stay right there at Science Hill. You know, we're going to talk playoffs, guys. Chris Reddick is on his way to Elizabethton, where the Cyclones has just scored. It's 14-0, Chris, favor of Elizabethton. But, I thought this game would be a blowout, really. I thought Elizabethton would go in there and take care of business on Volunteer. What did you think?
Well, you know, Volunteer, remember, it's a sneaky team. This is a team that coach is really excited about. Volunteer hasn't, in the past had great teams, but 14 seniors back may be more or less enough for some teams. But in his case, he's got 14 solid seniors that got 3 or 4 years experience. So this is a year that they were excited about. They dropped from 5A to 4A. Unfortunately, you got Greenville Elizabethton in your way. But here's a good thing. You got Tennessee High, Daniel Boone playing, fighting it out. Volunteer upset Tennessee High, which was a big deal last week. So if somehow, and let's get this out of the way, because I know some people already want to call it out, but they got blasted by Greenville 63-7. Okay, let's let that go. That was earlier in the year. Volunteers been on a nice little streak. And if they happen to somehow make it interesting for Elizabethton, they're fighting for second place. So I'm not too surprised that this is a tough game. Plus, Elizabethton is on the road. And remember, it's almost kind of a trap game for Elizabethton. Coach Witten put a lot of his heart and soul in getting a big quality win over Ray County last week. So kids still have been excited about that because that was a quality win. Let them know that they can compete, which what he was looking for. So this can be a little sneaky trap game.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with you when you get to Volunteer. He's traveling. Chris is a traveling man.
Just real quick, Roddy, and I'm so sorry because we get off track on everything else. Just real quick, it is officially halftime at Daniel Boone, 14-0, but I want to tell you who the standout players were. Edwards. Edwards has been the man. He had the 1-yard sneak earlier and then had a nice catch from the quarterback, Jenkins, do a nice little catch about 35 yards out, but maybe it was about a 10-yard toss. He did the workhorse work the rest of the way. Incredible run. You'll see it on the highlights that I'll show. But Daniel Boone, 14-0 over Tennessee High, who's struggling, looking good at times, but just having a hard time getting over those penalties and mistakes.
Hey, they'll kill you every time, Chris. Be careful, and we'll talk to you when you get to Volunteer.
Yes, sir.
All right. Chris Reddick on his way to Volunteer as the Cyclones are leading Volunteer 14-0. We'll be checking back in with Chris here shortly. Getting back with hopefully get back with Jake Nichols right here in a second. He is at Catholic and working on him to get him back. We still never have finished the polls. 3A, 3A, as Chris was talking about, what a region that Greenville and Elizabeth is in, and you've got Volunteer in that region. You have got Seymour, which Seymour's leading Granger County, which Granger County's in that conference. Granger County, Seymour's leading 14-0. Seymour definitely needs to win because they lost a crucial one early to Volunteer. But right now, Seymour up 21-0 over Granger County. Greenville 27. Let's get the correct score. Greenville 34-0. I got someone at the game is giving me scores. Greenville 34 and Sullivan East 0. So Greenville, as Chris Reddick was talking about some things, you've got Greenville #1 in the state. You got two-time defending champ Elizabethton. They are third in the Class 4A. And then you've got Seymour and you've got Volunteer. Right now, the score 14-0 favor of Elizabethton at Volunteer. Chris Reddick gave us a little background on what's going on there. Volunteer has 14 seniors, a senior loaded team, and they're giving Elizabethton everything they can handle because by some crazy thing, if Elizabethton was lose, that would put Volunteer in second, and that would put the Cyclones going on the road in the first round of the playoffs. We're talking playoffs, guys. You know why? Because there's only two more regular season games. Okay. Playoffs start November the 5th. So you're actually in the playoffs right now. You know, it came down between Jeff County. All Jeff County had to do is beat Science Hill tonight, and they would be conference champs. But now Science Hills leads Jefferson County 30-0. So by some miraculous turnaround, Jeff County is probably playing for third now because you got Dobbins Bennett, who is beating William Blunt 21-7 at this point. It's halftime. Nathan Miranda just came to us and told us it is halftime, and it's 21-7. But there's playoff implications all across the board tonight. It's something to see when you get down to the playoffs because I said this earlier, it's win or go home. You got some other games, but if you're looking to make the playoffs, you've got to win out. You got to win out and really take it and make sure you're doing what it takes because you need to be peaking right now. You should be getting healthy and getting ready for the playoffs. As we move on, Greenville 34-6. Sullivan East has scored. It's 6 now. Trousdale County 14, White Creek 0. These are West Tennessee scores. South Green 43, Johnson County 2, Unicoi County 13, West Green 0. Elizabethton now up 21-6 up on Volunteer, and we talked about that. This is a trap game for them. We're talking. Hopefully Jake Nichols is coming back with us. He is. Hey Jake, what's going on out there at Catholic? Is it halftime?
It's 26-10 at halftime in favor of JP2. The Knights forced a Catholic safety and tacked on a field goal to end the half, so an extra 5 points for them. And then Catholic scored a touchdown there in that second quarter, but it has mostly been all JP2 here in Cedar Bluff.
Jake, with a game like this, we're talking about, I tried to get you in the mix there just a second ago. We're talking about playoffs. How crucial is this game for Catholic to make the playoffs?
Yeah, this is a major game for them. Region 2 or Division 2 3A. This is one of, I think, their must-win games, or not necessarily must-win, but it would be really nice for them to get a win. And right now, it's not looking like it. The Knights have just dominated from the start, and we saw last week JP2 competed with a really good NBA team down there in Nashville, and so Catholic has a tough test tonight, but then another one next week too, as they will take on Powell. So I think that one after tonight is maybe who you look to try to build some momentum, not necessarily for the playoffs, but just confidence going into the rest of the season, because you need wins like tonight, but right now it's not looking like they're going to get it.
No. So we'll get back with you after halftime. What's that score once again?
26-10 in favor of JP2.
All right. Well, you hang in there, and we'll see you after halftime. As Jake, we're kind of discussing playoffs, guys, because it is that time of year, and with only 2 more games in the regular season, some teams will end next week and have an open date for week 11. So it's like Greenville. They will have their last game is next week. You've got teams all across the state. It's like Jake is talking about with Pope John Paul II. They lost a close one to NBA last week. Catholic needs to get a win. You don't want to miss out on the playoffs, but we're trying to get everything, setting it up. Lipscomb Academy, a final. Lipscomb Academy 70. Woo! Etowah 10. That is a really, really good football team. Clay County 7, Grundy County 0. West Ridge 14, Morristown East 0. That's a halftime score. As Nathan Miranda said, it's 21-7. Dobbins Bennett over William Blunt out in down in Blunt County. Pigeon Forge has come back to take the lead at Austin East. Pigeon Forge 7, Austin East 6. That's a halftime score. Halftime, Cleveland 10, Bearden 0. Second quarter, it is Knox West 56, Cott County 7. Hang in there, Coach Dykes. Hang in there. We talked earlier in the week. Coach Dykes and I talked, and he said, he's got a lot of young players. He plays a lot of juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. So they will be a team to be reckoned with in a couple of years. Fans to stay off Coach Dykes' back and let him coach. Farragut 14, Bradley Central 7. Maryville 45 is halftime score. Maryville 45, Hardin Valley 3. Greenback 16, Harriman 8. Fulton 21, Scott County 0. Rockwood 28, Wartburg 0. Gibbs 7, York Institute 0. Bledsoe County and Tellico Plains no score. Chattanooga Brainerd 6, Sweetwater 0. Kingston 28, Signal Mountain 0. Hickson 14, Lenore City 14, halftime. Meigs County 7, Tyner Academy 0. Red Bank 14, Fayetteville 0. South Pittsburgh 14, Sale Creek 0. Whitwell 43, Lookout Valley 14. Clay County 7, Grundy County 0. Community 14, Cannon County 7. That's the first quarter score. Stone Mountain 7, Macon County 0. Franklin 14, Spring Hill 0. That is a second quarter. That is a first quarter score. Remember what I told you, a lot of the West Tennessee school teams don't get started till that is 8 Eastern time, 7 Central time. Oakland, Murfreesboro, Oakland 3, Riverdale 0. That is a big game right there. Both teams, Oakland is ranked number 1 in Class 6A, and Riverdale Riverdale is ranked number 4. So what a big game. That's got playoff implications written all over it, guys. Rockville 20, Blackman 8. McMinn County 14, Walker Valley 0. Second quarter score. Trousdale County 14, Whites Creek 0. Beach still hanging on 28-7 over Gallatin. That's a halftime score. Laredo 6, Castall 0. Portland 7, Station Camp 0. That's a first quarter score. Now we're getting into West Tennessee. A lot of the scores coming in right now out there in that area. Like Jake Nichols was talking about, you know, when we get down to this time, it is playoff time, guys. Pope John Paul 26, Knox Catholic 10 halftime. Macaulay, Chattanooga Macaulay 21, Father Ryan 7. These are Division 2 private schools. Chattanooga Christian 20, Grace Christian 13 out of Knoxville. A lot of things going on, and I just can't believe Lipscomb Academy 70 put on 70 points like they're playing a basketball game. Enworth, Alabama. That's what I didn't know who that was. That's a school out of Alabama, a private school. They got 10. A long ride back to Alabama for EWAF. That's what we'll call it. EWAF, Alabama. Came up, and you know, when Lipscomb Academy came into Knoxville last week and took on Catholic, the Fighting Irish, there is a lot, I'm telling you, there is a lot of teams out there. There's a lot of great football teams, a lot of good football teams in this area, around the Southeast. And like I've always said to you, if you've got a school that we don't mention the score here in the zone, right here on Your High School Sports, send them to our Facebook page, Your High School Sports Facebook page, and post the score, and we'll definitely be love to get them out to you this evening, because there's a lot going on. I'm gonna try to finish up on the polls right quick. We got to Class 3A. Class 3A, number 1 is Alcoa. Loudon is number 2. That will be a showdown coming up pretty soon. Loudon and Alcoa. That will have playoff implications all written all over it. Dyersburg, number 3, is 7-0. Giles County, 6-0. Number 4, Covington is 6-1. They're number 5. White House is 6-1. They're number 6. Waverly is number 7. Number 8 is Kingston. They are 6-1. Unicoi County 7-1, number 9, and Fairville is number 10, 5-3. Hey guys, let's give a shout out to who makes Your High School Sports the Zone possible. Our sponsors are Krispy Kreme Donuts right here in Sevier County. Pick you up some. The hotlight will go off at 10:30. Pick you some up so you will be able to have some for tomorrow morning's coffee. You got a late game. The Vols play tomorrow night at 7:30. On the Southeast Conference Network, the SEC Network, they have that game at 7:30. Sevier County Electric, helping keep the lights all over Sevier County. Riverstone Resort, take your fiance, your wife, your significant other to Riverstone Resort, and she will love you forever. I take the boss up right. She goes into the spa. It is a great place to go to relax. It's right in the heart of Sevier County, right in the heart of Pigeon Forge. You can walk to dinner. You can go to the Stampede. You can walk over and get you some Krispy Kreme donuts. You can walk down to the in the old meal section, have a great meal at the Pottery House Cafe. A great place, the Riverstone Resort and Spa, right in the heart of Pigeon Forge. Buddy's Barbecue. Make sure you catch and get you some of that delicious barbecue. Tuesday night special, $7.99 at Buddy's Barbecue in Sevierville. Kenny and his crew do a great job. We had some of that barbecue this past week. Just a great job on the barbecue. Voted the #1 barbecue in all of Sevier County. Clay Bowles Express Shine Car Wash. Got my car washed out a couple of days ago. You know, hey, if you want to sparkle and shine, run by Clay Bowles Express Shine Car Wash. 2 locations to serve you. The original location on Wires Valley Road, and his new location right before you get to Tanger Outlet in Sevier County. And Ayla Wine Pottery Company. Robert and his family do an excellent job. They're located out in the Glades community, out in Gatlinburg, the arts and crafts community. If you've never been out there, it's about an 8-mile loop around the Glades, but you have to stop and check on Robert Ayla Wine. Ayla Wine Pottery. Robert and his crew have been making pots for 30 years. Let's check out Nathan. What's going on, Nathan?
Hey, Roddy. Yeah, so Dobbins Bennett to the red zone here. They took the opening drive of the second half down, and they're inside the 10.
Let me see. I want to see the red zone action. Here we go.
All right, they just scored.
Okay, Dobbins Bennett just scored.
To the end zone, touchdown, Dobbins Bennett.
Hey, Nathan, you know, when looks like Dobbins Bennett is basically kind of taking control of this game, would you say?
That's right, yeah. I think they, it was 7-7 with about 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And then William Blunt had an interception, led to a Dobbins Bennett touchdown. The Dobbins Bennett scored with about 13 seconds left. So I think they're settling down now on defense. I don't see – William Blunt has an uphill battle definitely to get back in this game.
With all what you're saying, as William Blunt is not responding to what Dobbins Bennett is doing. So back to my question earlier, is Dobbins Bennett ready for the playoffs?
Well, I mean, they're going to have to limit some – they had some mistakes that led to that 7-7 score in the second quarter, some penalties, give up a few big plays on defense. So, I mean, I think they have some things to work on, obviously, before the playoffs. But their offense does look good, and their defense is playing good now too. So they have some things to work on, but I think they will be a solid playoff team.
All right. Well, Nathan Miranda's out there, and your score in this game is what? What's the score at your play?
28-7 now. Just about 9 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
28-7 favor of Dobbins Bennett Indians. Nathan, we appreciate you being here on the zone with us tonight. We'll be back with you shortly.
Thank you, Roddy.
All right, Nathan Miranda, right here in the zone, right here on Your High School Sports. Got a lot going on. We got a lot of people out there working tonight. Let's do a quick little. We were finishing up with our sponsors when Nathan came. We're talking about Ayla Wine Pottery. Make sure, like I said, Robert and his family, his entire family, have been working and doing pottery for over 30 years. Pottery is in his blood. Robert is a master potterer. And go by and see what's going on. I was out there this week and visited Robert a little bit and talked to him, and a lot of great things going on with Robert out in Ayla Wine Pottery, Blades Hair Salon, and Sesquitos too. Sesquitos too, the new Italian restaurant. If you've not been in there, go by and check them out. They're in the Tanger Outlet Mall. You can just dine in or take out or carry out, as they call it now. So make sure you go by and check out all those great sponsors and tell them that Your High School Sports Game of the Week and Your High School Sports The Zone sent you by there to get some of that great food and get your car washed, get your hair cut, go by and see, pick up a nice set of dishes, or go spend the night at Riverstone Resort, or pick up some Buddy's Barbecue to take with you to the Riverstone Resort. And got to have Krispy Kreme donuts. So got to have it before you go to bed and before you wake up. Got to have coffee. You got to have Krispy Kreme donuts. They go good together. All right. Let's finish up. Let's try to get through these the classifications. We started a little bit. We are at Class 3A. Alcoa is number 1. Loudon, number 2. I believe we already did Class 3A, but we'll do them again. Dyersburg is 3rd. Giles County 4th. Covington is 5th. White House is 6th. Waverly 7th, Kingston is 8th, Unicoi County 9, and Fayetteville, Fairview is 10. Class 2A, Meigs County is number 1. Number 2 is Trousdale County. Number 3 is Westview. Number 4 is Marion County. Number 5, Memphis Academy. Number 6 is Riverside. Number 7 is Huntington. Number 8 is Hampton. Number 9 is Forest. And number 10 is South Green. 1A. Peabody is number 1. Fayetteville's number 2. McKenzie is 3. South Pittsburgh is 4. Clay County 5. Cloudland is 6. Gordonsville 7. Middle College, this is a new one. Middle College is 8. And number 9 is Dyson. And number 10 is Connorsville. In Division 2, Class A, these are the private schools here in Tennessee. Division 2, Class A. Nashville Christian is number 1. DCA is 2. University Jackson is 3. Friendship Christian is number 4. And King's Academy is number 5. One team receiving some honorable mention as Jackson Christian. Class 2A, Lipscomb Academy, which is a really good football team. To score 70 points, I don't care how bad you are a good football team if you score 70 points on somebody. The CPA, they are number 2. Lucican Collegiate is number 3. ECS is 3. Is 4. Silverdale Baptist is 5. And Knox Webb, it's an honorable mention. Class 3A, Macaulay is number 1. Briarcrest is number 2. Baylor is 3. Ainsworth is 4. And MBA is rounding out the top 5. So we finally got through it. Been a lot going on here in the zone tonight, right here on Your High School Sports. If you'd like to see more of the zone, if you missed some of it, go back and check it all out on our YouTube page, Your High School Sports. Just type in YHSS the Zone on your YouTube channel and catch all the action if you've missed any tonight. So as we get ready, let's run down the scoreboard right quick. Chucky Doak 18, Claiborne 20. Oh, second quarter score. Here's a halftime score. Cloudon, which is ranked in the state, 30. Happy Valley 6. Unaka 32. Cosby 6. Hampton 21. Cumberland Gap 0. Greenback 24. Harriman 21. I believe that was right. Seymour 21. Granger County 0. These are halftime scores. Greenville 55. Sullivan East 0. That is a second quarter score. Cherokee 14. Morristown West 7. That's a halftime score. Science Hill 30. Jefferson County 0. Halftime. South Green 43. Johnson County 2. Unicoi County 13. West Green 0. Elizabeth and now up 28-6 over Volunteer. That is a second quarter score. We'll be hearing from Chris Reddick. He is on his way out to Volunteer to catch the second half of that game. It is a second quarter score. Oneida 14. Montgomery Monterey 0. West Ridge 14. Morristown East 0. That's a halftime score. Dobbins Bennett 28 and William Blunt 7. That is a courtesy of Your High School Sports the Zone. Reporter out there this evening at that game, Nathan Miranda. He is out. William Blunt, he just reported his 28-7 favor of Dobbins Bennett. As we get back to Chris Reddick, did you know the score is 28-6 now? Favor.
Yes.
Yes. We lost contact with Chris, but he'll be back with us. Here's Summertown 14, Mount Pleasant 0. Halftime, Austin East is losing to Pigeon Forge 7, Austin East 6. Some real good scores around. Chris, I'm glad you're back because I want to talk playoffs. We're talking playoffs right now. Talking to Jake right now. John Paul II is all over Catholic. They're putting Catholics have 2 wins, have 2 bad losses. They lost to Lipscomb Academy last week, and they're losing right now to JP2. Is it any difference between private and public schools? Do you see a difference in the playoff? Do you see a difference?
You talking with me, Roddy? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
Well, one difference is private schools have a little advantage they don't have to play as many games.
In the
That's
playoffs,
one
right?
advantage. Yeah, that's one advantage. They don't have to play as many games. They get a little longer break, kind of like the Super Bowl, you know. But you know, it really probably depends on more the level of the private
Yeah.
school. Of course, you know, the highest level. Now you're playing competitive ball that is just like any of the higher tier public schools, 4A and
Yeah, you know, you got your 3A.
So and it's just that, like I said, private schools.
Yeah. So let me.
Yeah, just private. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, back to public. Where right now, you got Science Hill and Dobbins Bennett both winning.
Yes.
28 to 7 favor of Dobbins Bennett over William Blunt. Science Hill 30, Jeff County 0. Now that is a surprise to you, Chris. Is that a surprise that Science Hill is up on Jeff County?
Yes, yes and no. Yes, it is a surprise in the sense that with Jeff County having the quality win over Dobbins Bennett and been playing pretty great football through the year, it is surprising, but then again, not, because Science Hill, like I was saying a little bit earlier, seems like they're winding up, and they're winding up at the right time. They've got a lot of great key players on that team. This is the team Stacey Carter was excited about at the beginning of the year. Just mistakes, mishaps, and things like that, which if you're going to do it earlier the first half of the year. Even last week, like I said, had a little trouble with Daniel Boone, just escaping a 17-14 win. So I think Science Hill feels like it's all cylinders running, and I believe Mikey's having a good time enjoying watching a great Science Hill game that we've been waiting for all year.
Yeah, we have. Now, let me clarify something. There is a Dobbins Bennett Science Hill game still, right?
Yes, sir. There is a Dobbins Bennett Science Hill game. I'm sure Dobbins Bennett's keeping up with that score, and probably a little upset that well, actually, you know what? They not really. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. If Jeff County wins, if somehow Jeff County magically wins this game, Jeff County is crown champion. It doesn't matter what they do.
Right.
So actually, Dobbins Bennett is, as they're winning, they are rooting, believe it or not, as bigger enemies they are rooting Science Hill, because if they can somehow get Science Hill next week and get a victory, you got an interesting three-way tie there. So
yeah, you do.
yes. You can't even, it could be a trap game. Science Hill could have the big win today, and cannot forget they got to finish the season if they want to be crowned total 6A Region 1 champs.
Well, you know, this too, let's talk about that a little bit. You do definitely want to win and be conference champs, that you don't have to go to Maryville. That's the
exactly.
thing.
Exactly. You want that home field advantage and stay away from Maryville as far as you can. You want to at least get 2 good wins in before you have to face Maryville. And the way to do it, if I'm sure Stacey Carter, if they get the win tonight, he's going to remind them it's not over yet, guys. If we want to not, because we know that how this story always somehow, and I hate to recap this, Science Hill fans, you have to be watching. Somehow Science Hill gets in this situation. They're kind of like Tennessee does, when Tennessee like beats a Florida or Georgia, and they'll take another team. Ironically enough, this Jefferson County team that they're whooping right now, a few years ago, if you can remember, Science Hill was in the driver's seat. Took care of Dobbins Bennett. Their last game was a last place Jeff County team and lost and gave the championship back to Dobbins Bennett. And of course, had to walk that trail. They went from first to worst, meaning fourth, and had to play Maryville. So yes, I'm sure Stacey Carter is going to tell all these stories and remind them we got to finish.
You don't want to go to Maryville first round.
No.
You don't want to go down there. Speaking of Maryville, next week, your high school sports game of the week will feature the Rebels. Knox West Rebels will travel over to Maryville to take on the Red Rebels in Maryville. What a key game. Knox West right now is just routing our friend Scotty Dykes 56-7. And Maryville is pretty much dominating Hardin Valley 45-3. So what a game next week. It should be a great game next week between West and Maryville. It speaks for itself. You know, you got a number 2 team in the 6A classification and number 1 in 5A. And wouldn't it be great if you could go into the Maryville Red Rebel house and win? What do you think?
Oh my goodness, it would be incredible. Like I said, I know this doesn't count for either team, but with all the clout and the hype for this game being a number 1 in 5A against a number 2 in 6A and taking down the big mighty Rebels, which teams rarely can do that. Man, that would give Knoxville so much confidence, especially after losing their key player earlier in the year. Give them so much confidence to go into the playoff season.
I'm going to give you something. You're probably not going to believe it. I'm getting ready to come to you, Nathan. Murfreesboro, Oakland is losing right now.
Oh,
they're losing to Riverdale.
Oh,
so
no.
It could be a number 1 versus number 1.
Against number 1. Wow. Yeah. That would be great. That would be great.
Well, you
said Nathan's here. Yeah. I'm just at halftime here.
All right, hang in there. Let's go to Nathan.
Right.
Nathan, what's going on down at William Blount?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, here at William Blount, taking on Dobbins Bennett. Dobbins Bennett just scored again to miss the extra point to make it 34-7 with about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. So,
34-7.
Yeah, this one's getting out of hand pretty quickly.
Chris, did you hear that? 34-7.
Yes, 34-7.
We were just talking about something. Dobbins Bennett still has to play Science Hill. It could end up a 3-way tie for first because Jeff County beat Dobbins Bennett. Okay? So, Nathan, I'm asking you again, is Dobbins Bennett ready? Are they ready? I know you saw a few mistakes in the first quarter. Have they got their machine running again?
Yeah, they definitely have things running right now. Their offense is definitely explosive. They have some good skilled players, good running back. Quarterback's been throwing some nice balls today. So, they look like they're definitely rolling right now. They look like I said, I think they can compete in the playoffs.
Complete in the playoffs, but you don't want to have to go to where the first game, do you? You know what
we're
talking about.
Yeah, well, they're definitely going to have to. They have a little ways to go, yeah, if they want to do something big in the playoffs.
Yeah. Chris said you don't want to make that trip down to Maryville the first round, though. You don't want to do that.
No, nobody. I don't think anybody wants to do that.
Nobody wants to do that. All right, so it's 34-7 favor of Dobbins Bennett. So we'll be checking back in with you shortly, Nathan. You hang in there because it looks like it's going to be over pretty quickly. You'll probably get a running clock here in a few more minutes.
Yeah, sounds about right. Definitely. Back to you, Roddy. Thank you.
All right, Nathan Miranda. He is at William Blount as the Governor's taking on the Dobbins Bennett Indians 34-7 and goes back. We'll go back to Chris. We'll talk a little bit more about what's going to take place next week when Science Hill takes on Dobbins Bennett. I've been asking Nathan pretty much every time we talk, at the beginning of the year, Dobbins Bennett looked like they were unstoppable. We had them high school game, your high school sports game of the week against Morristown East, and they just took care of business. And they were taking care of business, but Jeff County, they lose to Jeff County, and tonight Jeff County is really losing to Science Hill. So next week's game, as you spoke, Coach Stacy Carter, he has to put it in their heads, hey, we've been in this situation before. Let's take care of business. So Science Hill wins out. They are conference champs. You're number 1. That would probably –
Jeff County would be 2.
Jeff County would be 2. Dobbins Bennett 3.
Probably 3, yes.
West Ridge?
West Ridge probably would be 4, yes. That would probably be your top 4. West Ridge would probably have to make that trip.
Yeah, yes. That's what I'm getting at. Going to Maryville. You just don't want to face the Rebels first round. You want to face them second, third. But let me. I'm going to get back with you. Because when I went down, it is. I'm going to find that score for you. Just hold on for a second because it was. They were losing. Oakland was losing to Riverdale, but I looked at the Riverdale's ranked number 5
Okay.
in 6A. Okay,
So it's not a bad loss if
no,
they lose. I mean, yeah.
no, not a bad loss, not a bad loss at all. But you got to look at where Oakland has been on top for so long. They were Maryville is striving to get back to. Maryville's number 2, but remember when Maryville used to be number 1 for years and years when Coach Quarles was there? They were number 1 across the board. You did not want to play them.
Yes.
At all.
Yeah. Yeah. Oakland is now the team that bumps heads with Maryville. Maryville, I guess, won a championship 2 years ago. Oakland won last year. So it's kind of now a back and forth thing. It's not like you said, the guaranteed solid win of chalking up the championship back in the Quarrel days. It's now, okay, we're Maryville, but you know what? There's a team right down the street, Oakland, that's not afraid of us anymore.
And talking to Brandon Martin, our correspondent down in Nashville, he says the teams down there, they know who they're going to play. They know, they actually know who's going to be in championship. Because, Chris, you and I know we've been around football pretty much a long time here. To get to the state championship, you got to beat Maryville. You got to beat them.
Yes.
And our area, we got some great football teams, but I don't think there's a 6A team that can actually beat Maryville right now. If there's one, tell me about it. In this area.
Oh, in this area. No,
Yeah,
nobody's nobody like Nathan, and we know Nathan's a former Maryville Rebel. Kind of had a little nice little laugh there when you were talking about Dobbins Bennett being competitive to them. Yes, it's really hard to put anybody in that category at this time. Teams are getting better, but still getting better is still not the level Maryville plays. You're still going to see coming in. I mean, it's kind of year in, year out. Any of the teams here in Upper East Tennessee, they know what's going to happen. They're going to go down to Maryville because even with Maryville, because it goes back and forth when they switch the home field advantage. Even if Maryville has to come up here, it's usually a 21 plus more whooping. And I really hate to say that, but that's kind of just at this point the way it's been for years.
And that's the way it is. Score update: Oakland 10, Riverdale 7. So Oakland has come back 10-7. Second quarter, 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. So it just started. So you've got a lot of things happening. I just wish that our buddy Scotty Dykes would fans need to stay off of it. That's what people say. Stay off of it. Let him coach. You're going to take it hard because you're playing, and as you and I have talked about, and Jake have talked about, you're playing in big boy football right now. You're playing Knoxville football. You're playing West, Powell, Clinton, Central. You're playing in the heart of.
Oh yes, yes, no doubt. So, they got to be patient. I mean, he's only second year.
Well, coach? You and I say second. He's been 3 because of COVID. You can't count the COVID year.
Yeah, it's hard to count that COVID year. Yeah, so they got to give him a couple of years to really get things turned around because you got to kind of sweep out old mentality as you bring in the new. So it takes a little time, just like on the college level. They always say you got to give that turnover the 4 to 5 year turnover to kind of bring in all the mentality of the team you want, and the same thing kind of in high school.
So you got to do it. All right.
Except before I got to go, I'm getting ready to head out. Except Jeff County, which, if anybody remembers, they were 0-10 last year, and they're playing for a conference championship tonight.
I know. So
anything is possible.
They're going to be in it. They're going to be in it. Pigeon Forge, I'm going to do some scores while you get ready to do your thing. Give you some updates. Bradley Central 14, Farragut 14. Your score 28-12 right now.
28-12 is my.
Yeah, 28-12 favor Elizabethton.
Oh, so when I pulled up, because it was 6 for Volunteer, they scored before, I guess, half. Or I probably just need to get out there.
You better get out.
Yeah, let me just get out there. All right.
We'll talk to you shortly. Back to Mikey. What's going on at Science Hill, Mike?
Well, Jefferson County was driving. I thought they were going to kick a field goal, but they went for 4th down. So Science Hill's got the ball 30-0 with 3:35 left in the third quarter.
30-0, favor of Science Hill. I bet
Yep.
Coach Stacy Carter's happy, isn't he?
Oh, you know he is.
So
Yeah, he's probably doing a happy dance right about now.
Well, we were talking about some things. I mean, we already got your game for next week, so you get ready. You're going back. You're going to see Science Hill and Dobbins Bennett next week because Dobbins Bennett's winning. Dobbins Bennett's winning right now, and it will be probably for the conference championship next Friday.
Yeah,
between Science Hill and Dobbins Bennett. So, but we'll check back in with you shortly. Mikey, you're doing a great job out there tonight. You take care. We'll talk to you shortly.
On the keeper.
All right, thanks, Rob.
All right. Mikey Hines out at Science Hill, where the Hilltoppers are taking on the Jefferson County Patriots. Had a little time to talk to Chris Reddick about some playoff implications. Like, it is time, guys. You want to do your best to stay away from Maryville. And right now, Maryville's winning 48-3 over Hardin Valley because the 6A schools, you got Upper East Tennessee, Science Hill, you've got Dobbins Bennett, you've got Jeff County, you've got Morristown East is in that conference, you've got West Ridge, a new school up in Sullivan County. A lot of the schools, because and that when it gets down to playoff time, you're going to have to win the state championship in the 6A classification. You got to play Maryville. You've got to beat Maryville. So you've got to get yourself ready to get to Maryville to get everything together. Like Dobbins Bennett right now, 34, William Blunt 7. So Dobbins Bennett's taking care of business. Science Hill's taking care of business. Science Hill 30, Jeff County 0. Some quick scores, right quick. Let's run down the scoreboard here on your high school sports. The Zone, week number 9, as we continue on this journey to the TSSAA state playoffs starting November 5th, Friday, November 5th, is the first week of the playoffs. Chucky Doak 26, Claiborne 20, Cloudon 30, Happy Valley 6. This is halftime scores. Unaka 32, Cosby 6, Hampton 21, Cumberland Gap 0, Daniel Boone 21, Tennessee High 7. That's the game that Chris Reddick was at earlier. He's headed over to Volunteer to check out the Elizabethton Cyclones game. Portland, Oneida 14, Monterey 6, Seymour 28, Granger County 0. That's a third quarter score. Greenville 68, Sullivan East 0. That's a halftime score. Morristown West has come back to tie Cherokee. It is 14-14 in the third quarter. Morristown West and Cherokee all tied up. Mikey Hines just came to us. It was Jeff County was attempting a field goal, but he thought they were, but they went for it on fourth down, turned the ball over. And right now, Science Hill leads 30-0. South Green 43, Johnson County 2, Unicoi County 20, West Green 3, Elizabethton 28, Volunteer 12, West Ridge 16, Morristown East 0. That's that new team in Sullivan County that we talked about right now. Pope John Paul II 26, Knox Catholic 18. So we'll be hearing from Jake Nichols here shortly from that game out in Knoxville. So Mikey, what's going on?
All right, Roddy, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so Dustin Diamond threw it to I can't catch the name of the player, but it's number 4 for about a 35-yard touchdown, which makes it 37-0.
37-0. Science Hill 37, Jefferson County 0. Like I was telling you early, you've got two teams headed for it, and you hang in there. I'm gonna go to Nathan right quick and see what's going on with Nathan. Mikey, you stay right where you're at. What's going on, Nathan?
Hey, Roddy, I just have a quick score update for you. Dobbins Bennett just scored again to go up 41-7 So still, William Blunt still within that 35-point differential, so there will not be a running clock yet. But this game is pretty much over.
Pretty much over. 41-7 from William Blunt as Dobbins Bennett is taking care of business out there. So it's going to come down to next week, Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill for the conference championship.
Yeah, that's right. That'd be a big one. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you, Roddy. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Nathan, for being out there at William Blunt tonight. As he says, it's 41-7. Mikey.
Yes.
Mikey.
Yes, Roddy.
41-7 favor of Dobbins Bennett over William Blunt. So definitely you might as well get your bags ready because you will be at that game next week because it will be a conference game. It'll be conference championship.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, got a quick question. You got any track shoes?
You need yours. I don't need that. You best get you some, my friend. Cause
I'm coming to Sevierville to get some from you.
Yeah, you need to because you're going to be running next week because Dobbins Bennett's winning 41-7. You got your game 37-0. Jeff County just can't do anything.
No, and what I saw on the sidelines is I saw, they have the backup quarterback in the game right now. So I mean, he's doing okay, but I mean, their starting quarterback went out, so I don't know what that was about.
Okay, but here's the scenario that you got to look out for, Mikey. Up there, if Dobbins Bennett lost to Jeff County, okay, next week, if Dobbins Bennett can beat Science, there's a 3-way tie.
Yes, that's what me and Chris were talking about. Yes, absolutely. That's something that I thought about. And yeah.
So that way, what you don't want to do is you don't want to be fourth. You don't want to finish fourth.
It's
go ahead.
Right.
I'm listening.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out because
yes,
like you said, Science Hill's winning right now. Jefferson County's winning, or Jefferson County's losing. DB's winning against William Blunt, and like you said, Jefferson County lost to William Blunt, so it's going to be an interesting home stretch going into the playoffs.
Definitely. All right, well, I'll let you get back to things, and we'll be checking back in with you a little bit later, Mike.
All right, thanks, Riley.
All right, quick score update. Rocks West 70, Cobb County 7. A lot of scoring in that game. Hampton 28, Cumberland Gap 0. Dobbins, Daniel Boone 21, Tennessee High 7. Seymour 28, Granger County 0. Greenville 68, Sullivan East 0. Morristown West 14, Cherokee 14. As we go back to the scoreboard here, it is Oakland 17, Riverdale 7. Chris Reddick and I were talking about it. It could have been a number 1 versus a number 1 next week for your high school sports game of the week. It will be number 2 Maryville taking on number 1 Knox West. That will be your high school sports game of the week next Friday night from Maryville. Science Hill 37, Jeff County 0. South Green 43, Johnson County 0. Unicoi County 20, West Green 3, Elizabethton 28, Volunteer 12. Coffee County 20, Cookville 7. West Ridge 16, Morristown East 0. Dobbins have been it all over William Blunt as Nathan Miranda is reporting 41-7. Fourth quarter score, Pigeon Forge 14, Austin Each 6. Fourth quarter, Cleveland 10, Bearden 7. Fourth quarter, West 70, Cott County 7. Back to you, Nathan. What
Hey,
do you
Roddy,
got
yeah,
going on?
yeah. William Blunt just had a 42-yard touchdown pass.
Ooh.
They haven't kicked the extra point yet. There's just a penalty on William Blunt, so they're moving it back right now. But yeah, so it's 41-13 right now, pending the extra point. 8 minutes 56 seconds left in the game. So a little bit of fireworks for William Blunt's offense here. That something they can hang their hat on as the game winds down. They're getting something going at least.
That's good. You don't want to lay an egg right there. You need to
No, that's
try to
right.
do something. We're
And
going to
the
go
extra point is good. So 41-14 right now.
41-14. Dobbins Bennett 41-14 over William Blunt. Nathan will be checking back in with you shortly. Chris Reddick, I see that you've made it to volunteer to see the Cyclones. What's the score? 28-12 still?
You are right. We are 35 seconds away from the beginning of the third quarter. The score is 28-12. I just kind of got a quick little update on who's been doing what. And score seems like it's closer than what it may be. They said, it's a little more dominance with Elizabethton, but they've been having some trouble with the refs, some weird calls, they said. But who's been putting points on the board? Of course, their leader, Bryson Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
He's a quarterback. He's been able to get punch two in, and then he's thrown 2 touchdown passes to outstanding receiver, Mr. Jake Roberts. So they've been the two duos who've been putting the points on the board. As you can see, the horn is sounded off, so I'm going to get myself set, as that usually means about 2 more minutes to warm up. And I see the volunteer team. Well, you can kind of see them. They're walking out behind me, so they're getting ready to hit the field. So let me go ahead and get set up, and then I'll tune back in and let you know the latest update. But Elizabeth, the Cyclones are up at half, 28-12 over Volunteer. Now back to you, Ryan.
All right. Well, Chris Reddick, we'll talk to you a little bit later. Chris Reddick in the zone right here on your high school sports from Volunteer as the Cyclones take on Volunteer 28-12. The third quarter is about to get started again, and a few quick updates. Kingston 35, Signal Mountain 0. As Nathan Miranda was reporting, Dobbins Bennett and William Blunt. Dobbins Bennett 41, William Blunt 7, Maryville 61, Hardin Valley 3. That's a fourth quarter score. Pigeon Forge has went up 17-6 over Austin East. So Coach Scott Meadows and his team right now sitting 4-2 need to get a win to stay. Second place. You got to play for second because you're in a conference with mighty Alcoa Tornado. So if in some way that you can actually pull this one out and pull out the season, you will get a home field. 4 teams make the playoffs from that conference. First and second get home field, get home games. Third and fourth move on the road. So you want to try your best to definitely get a win. You don't want to have to go to Alcoa first round. So Cleveland 10, Bearden 7, Knox West 70, Cott County 7, Farragut 21, Bradley Central 20, 5:26 left in the fourth quarter. Maryville 61, Hardin Valley 3, fourth quarter score. Greenback 24, Harriman 14, Oliver Springs 14, Oakdale 7, Oneida 14, Monterey 6, South Pittsburgh 42, South Creek 4. That don't sound right. So I guess they got 2 safeties. South Pittsburgh 42, South Creek 4. So we'll leave that one alone. No, it's correction. South Pittsburgh 42, South Creek 6. South Creek 6. Fulton 42, Scott County 0. Midway 41, Sunbright 8, Rockwood 49, Wartburg 6, Gibbs 14, York Institute 7, Chattanooga Brainerd 14, it's halftime score, Cleveland 0, Coffee County 20, Cookville 7, Kingston 35, Signal Mountain 0. Back to Jake Nichols. Last time I checked scores, sounds like Catholic's trying to get back in this thing, huh? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
We've had an absolutely insane third quarter here at Knox Catholic. Jabari Roebuck just took a pass 82 yards to the house, and then the 2-point conversion was good. We've got a tie ball game at the end of this third quarter. This is nuts.
Whoa.
This is going to be insane. It was 21-3 at halftime, and Catholic comes back and we're tied at 26. This is nuts.
26 all. You know, it's been. Let's talk about the key players for Catholic. You know, is it the kids that are the recruits, the top recruits?
Yeah. So Javari Roebuck has been essential. Jaden Neal, I think freshman quarterback, has had a great night. Tommy Winton has been electric on both sides of the ball. And overall, you've really got to credit Catholic for overcoming a very good John Paul II defense, for overcoming a very good JP2 defense. And that's officially the end of the third quarter. Again, tied at 26 at Catholic. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. All right. Well, we'll be checking back in with you shortly, Jay. 26-26. Keep us informed.
Yep.
Jake Nichols out at Catholic High School in Knoxville, where it was 21-0 at half. Now it's come back. Catholic has come back to tie the score up 26-26 out there in Knoxville. A really, really good game. Jake says he's going to have a lot of fun coming up in the fourth quarter. More scores to update. Pigeon Forge 17, Austin East 14 in the fourth quarter. Kingston 35, Signal Mountain 0. Lenore City 21, Hickson 14. Tyner Academy 12, Meigs County 7. Red Bank 28, Fayetteville 0. South Pittsburgh, we already give that score, 48-6 over Sail Creek. White Creek 57, Lookout Valley 14. Clay County 28, Dundee County 7. Community 22, Cannon County 21. A good game there. Stone Mountain 13, Macon County 7. Oakland 17, Riverdale 7. That's a game that we were talking about, talking earlier with Chris Reddick. We're talking about playoffs. You know, Oakland is been on top for quite a few years in that classification, 6A classification. They one of the teams that have had not had their way with Maryville, but have really played Maryville really tough in the past few years. That's why they're ranked number 1. Maryville's number 2. So looks like they're taking care of business tonight. 5:31 in the second quarter. Murfreesboro, Oakland 17, Riverdale 7. Ray County 46, Howard 0. Rockville 44, Murfreesboro Blackman 24. Walker Valley 14, McMinn County 14, still in the second quarter. Trousdale County 27, White Creek 6, Beach 42, Gallatin 17. That is a fourth quarter score. Second quarter, Tullahoma 14, Lawrence County 0. Castle 8, Laredo 6. Marshall County, that's a third quarter score. Marshall County 56, Glencliff 0. Smith County 28, Jackson County 0. Portland 19, Station Camp 7. Greenback 30, Harriman 14. That's a third quarter score. Fourth quarter score, Summertown 28, Mount Pleasant 7. Decatur County 14. Decatur County Riverside, let's put that right now. That's the first quarter score out in West Tennessee. 14, Adamsville 0. Franklin 26, Franklin County 26, Spring Hill 0. McEwen 30, Gleason 14. Murfreesboro, Oakland 24, Riverdale 7. That's the third, second quarter, 3 minutes and 3 scoring update right there. 24-7, Oakland and Riverdale. Really good scores. Peabody 14, Humboldt Zip. Haywood 7, South Gibson 0. Memphis Central 7, St. Benedict 0. First quarter score. Pope John Paul, as Dick Nichols just reported, Pope John Paul II 26, Catholic 26. Chattanooga McCauley 28, Father Ryan 14. Boyd Buchanan 41, Notre Dame, Chattanooga Notre Dame 13, Chattanooga Christian 20, Grace Christian and Knoxville 13. A lot of scores from around the Southeast tonight. As we said earlier, David, Lipscomb Academy beat Eastworth, Alabama 70-10. That is an unbelievable score in football, 70-10 tonight for that game. As we get closer and closer and closer to playoffs. Maryville 61, Hardin Valley 3. That is a final. The Rebels get ready to take on the Rebels again next week. They will take on Knox West Rebels. That's where our crew will be at. Your high school sports game of the week will be at Maryville next week. It will be the Maryville Red Rebels taking on the Knox Rebels. So it should be a really good game. Game will be a kickoff at 7 next Friday night. Your high school sports game of the week should be a really, really good game. Both teams won tonight. That should set up a really, really good game. The only loss this year for Knox West came against in overtime against Alcoa 21-20. The only loss that Alcoa had this year was to Maryville, about 3 points. So it should be a really dandy football game next week. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors who helped make this possible. I'm sitting here running my trap. I should be thanking these people that helped make this possible. Krispy Kreme Donuts in Sevierville, 2 locations to serve you. Sevier County Electric, making sure all the lights are on across the Sevier County area, residential, business, and keeping the lights on at all the high school football games that's going on around the Sevier County area. All right, Nathan, did they score again?
Yeah, Dobbins Bennett scored again. It's 48-14, but William Blunt is now in the red zone. So we'll see a little bit of that action here.
Okay, hold on a minute, Chris Reddick. Nathan is in the red zone with
yeah, so there's about 3.5 minutes left in the game. The score is Dobbins Bennett 48, William Blunt 14. William Blunt hasn't had a lot of red zone opportunities this game, so if they can finish this one off here, that'd be a good note to end on for them.
We got 2 red zone games. I got red zone from Chris Reddick. He is at Volunteer and Elizabethton. And we got red zone action from William Blunt. Oh, and Dobbins Bennett.
Close in. Ball's incomplete. Marker on the field.
For a cyclone first down.
Stay with it, Nathan. I'm gonna switch to Chris. He's in the red zone. Don't leave me now. Chris, what's going on at Volunteer?
Here, Volunteer, cycle 28-12. Of course, we are in the zone. They are around the 10-yard line.
Pass interference.
Bryson Rollins
Against the
waiting for the
Indians.
call from Coach. So Coach Witten giving him the signals. Bryson Rollins is taking over at this time, and we're about to find out what's getting ready to happen.
First and goal, Governor.
Looks like they held Bryson to 6-yard line, 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
Yeah, so brings up second down.
Loss of 2.
So
You hang in there, Chris.
12, second goal.
Nathan, what's going on at your game?
Yeah, so right now it is 2nd and 2 from about the 13-yard line. William Blunt still has the ball knocking on the door here of another touchdown.
How much time?
3 minutes. That's the first down. Takes them down inside the 5.
All right.
They'll have first and goal from the 3-yard line now.
Okay. Hold on to yourself, Chris. What's going on at Volunteer? Did Elizabeth just score?
They are getting closer. It's 3rd down and probably about 2 or 3 yards to go.
Okay.
So a little closer than that. Let's moving it. There was a face mask called.
Okay.
So they go half the distance of the goal line. So this next play, I was a vet man.
Okay.
The first goal after personal foul. Ball's at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
2-yard
Second down.
line.
And there it is, touchdown.
Touchdown on both ends. I got 2 touchdowns in the red zone. Elizabethan and William Blunt just scored as the fireworks go off. Nathan, quick little update from you. Chris, we'll come back to you for the extra point just a second. Nathan,
Whitehead, auto sales,
right there,
touchdown,
that put them up.
Kevin,
Is
3
it 21,
yards.
48-21 now?
That's right. Yeah, they're lining up for the extra point right now. Let's see that to make it
41-20.
48-21.
Okay.
And it's good. So, yes, 48-21. They scored on a 4th and goal there, too. Nice pass play on 4th down. So, yeah, so it's 48-21. Dobbins Bennett, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game here at William Blunt.
All right, we'll come back to you. Hopefully, if it's not, it'll be over. We'll have a wrap up from you from William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett. So you hang in there. We'll see you soon. Nathan Miranda is 48-21 favor of Dobbins Bennett. Chris, I'm waiting on Mikey. You stay right there. Chris, what's going on, Mikey? Is your game over?
Yeah, Riley, it's over, but give me just a minute. I may be able to have a small interview with the coach.
Okay, well you stay muted. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Go find the coach. Chris, talking to back to that game next week. Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill. Dobbins Bennett 48-21. Mikey's on his way to get an interview with Coach Stacy Carter after the big win tonight. So it should be. I've already gave him his assignment for next week. He's got Dobbins Bennett Science Hill. So I told him he said he's going to come and get him some track shoes. I said, you might need to, my friend. You may need to.
It could be the opposite. Could be the total opposite.
Yeah, it could be a lot. Could be a lot. So, but your score now is what?
35-12. The Elizabeth Cyclones are up. 5:45 left in the 3rd quarter. And the reason why I'm walking here on the track, walking out of the stadium, which I got to walk up this big hill in a few seconds, I forgot to bring my extra battery. So I got to go get my other battery. But probably what I'm going to do, Roddy, is 35-12. If Elizabeth can get one more score, I may go ahead and just do my wrap up. There's 5:40 left in the 3rd, but I'm confident. Now, if Volunteer comes and gets another touchdown, we're still in the game.
Okay. All right. You do what you need to do. I'm waiting on Mikey to catch up with Coach Stacy Carter.
Yes, sir.
You go ahead and do your thing. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Chris Reddick is at Volunteer where Elizabethan goes up 35-12. And we'll see about getting him, trying to get everything going. Waiting on Mike Hines. He's at Science Hill getting ready to talk to Coach Stacy Carter. Coach Carter is wrapping up his interviews right now, and we're trying to get Mikey in there to get one here in a second. But as Mikey gets ready, we will to do his wrap up and try to catch Coach Stacy Carter. We'll be hearing from some other people here in a moment, trying to get everything together here on the Zone, your high school sports. So we wrapping up, try to wrap up week number 9, and we will be checking in, setting up some things next week. We'll be talking. We're looking at maybe during the set up a playoff show so we can talk about playoffs that are coming up really soon here on your high school sports. Quick score, Daniel Boone 21, Tennessee High 7. That's 4th quarter score. Still Chucky Dope 26, Claiborne County 20, Cloudon 30, Happy Valley 6, Unaka 46, Cosby 6, Hampton 435, Cumberland Gap 0. That is a 4th quarter score right now, 35-0 favor of Hampton. Seymour 28, Granger County 7, Greenville 75. There's another basketball score. Greenville 75, Sullivan East 0. Morristown East still tied with Cherokee at 14. the final at Science Hill 37, big win over Jefferson County tonight to set up the big match. I guess you would call it a championship game next week. Call it a championship game next week. And we're trying to get Mikey Hines is working on some things, and we're trying to get him. Go ahead, Mikey.
Rowdy, you ready?
I'm ready. Go for it.
All right. Can you hear everything?
I can. Go. Coach Carter,
All right.
this is Roddy Woods. How you doing, sir?
Said it's Roddy Woods. Hold on. All right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Roddy.
Hey, Coach Carter, this is Roddy Woods back in the studio of Your High School Sports the Zone. It's good to see you again. You got a big win tonight against Jeff County. Give us a little details about that game. How important was?
Well, we played a complete game. We've been waiting for that game to play on offense and defense both well. We've had 2 great games on defense, but offense has been lacking last couple of weeks. But we got it together. We took care of the ball a lot better. We limited our turnovers, and just an all-around great win for our team tonight.
Now, you got a big game next week coming in. You got Dobbins Bennett. It should set up the stage for the conference championship. How do you get your team ready for next week after a big win like tonight?
Well, actually, we have open week next week, so we have 2 weeks to prepare for these guys, and I think that gives us an advantage to get some people healed up and get some people ready to go and game plan a little bit more. So we have them in 2 weeks, and it will be hopefully for the conference championship.
Coach Carter, we appreciate you taking a minute to talk to us here on Your High School Sports, and good luck. And we'll be seeing you against Dobbins Bennett.
Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right. Nathan, let's talk a little bit with you, Nathan. Is it over?
Yes, the game just ended. Final score, Dobbins Bennett 48, William Blunt 21.
Okay, 48-21. And I just got off an interview with Coach Stacy Carter. They get the Indians in 2 weeks. They're open next week. They play the Indians in 2 weeks. That should be a really good game, shouldn't it?
It should be, yeah. Just to recap this game briefly, William Blunt was moving the ball well in the first half. It was tied 7-7 late in the second quarter. Then William Blunt threw an interception that gave Dobbins Bennett the ball right in the red zone, had a short field. They scored on that drive. And then Dobbins Bennett scored again with 13 seconds left in the half. And then really in the second half, it was just all Dobbins Bennett. Their offense was explosive all night. After that first quarter, really the defense settled down and really tightened up. They got some playmakers on offense, and the quarterback making a lot of good throws tonight. So we'll see what they can do here at the end of the season and see what they can do in the playoffs. Hopefully.
All right. Well, Nathan, we appreciate you being out there at William Blunt. Final score 48-21 favor Dobbins Bennett Indians. You have a safe trip home, and we will be talking to you next week from the big game. You got Knox West and Maryville next Friday night. So we'll be seeing you out there, and you take care. Tell your dad I say hello. We'll see you later.
I will. Thanks, Ronnie.
All right. Nathan Miranda out at the big game in Maryville and William Blunt. Might as well say Maryville. It's out in Blunt County, where the Dobbins Bennett Indians came in and took care of business down there in Blunt County. Dobbins Bennett comes out with a win 48-21 over William Blunt. So as we talked to Coach Stacy Carter, he talked a little bit about getting his team healthy. His bye week comes at a perfect time of the year, gives him 2 weeks to get ready for the Dobbins Bennett Indians. Now let's do a wrap up with Mikey. Mike Hines is back out with us. Hey, Mikey. Hey, talking to Coach Stacy Carter, he sounds confident right now, and he has a week open next week to get ready for Dobbins Bennett. That his team should be ready. He can get people healthy. He can really set his sights on Dobbins Bennett. And that will be a very good situation for Science Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. You saw the game. Is Science Hill ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way they were playing tonight was really well. I mean, they clicked on all cylinders. They were making the right passes. They were playing defense well. They didn't have any mistakes like they have in the past with, a bunch of turnovers. Towards the end of the game, they got a fumble that, caused another turnover. So, by that time, the second string was in there. So they're clicking on all cylinders, and especially with them having a chance to heal from any injuries that they had or tiredness that they're having, being able to prepare for Dominus Bennett the week after. I think it's going to be an exciting game coming up.
All right, Mikey, we appreciate you. You're working hard tonight as Science Hill gets a big win over Jefferson County, and we'll see you next week. We'll pick your game, but you might as well get your track shoes on because you will be at Science Hill Dobbins Bennett in 2 weeks. So, Mikey Hines for your high school sports The Zone. We'll see you next week, Mikey. All right, Jake Nichols, what's going on out there?
All right, thank you.
Man, Catholic just took its first lead of the game here a little bit ago on a 23-yard touchdown pass. It's 33-26, 4 minutes left, and we will see if Kenny Mincher, who is a Tennessee target for 2023, can lead the Knights back. They're trailing late in this one after leading for most of this game. And I had gotten that halftime score wrong. It was 26-10. So credit Catholic for coming back. It's been a 23 unanswered points here in the second half.
Whew, hey, Catholic has got some weapons, but it looks like JP2 has some weapons as well. So it's going to come down to who can, I guess, put everything together at the end of this game.
Yep. And it looks like right now that it's going to end up being who has the ball last, because Catholic's offense has really hit its stride in the second half.
All right, well, you hang in there, and we'll be talking to you real shortly. I'm going to go to Chris Reddick right quick. He's up at Elizabeth and Volunteer. But, Jake, we'll be right back.
Roddy, if you want to watch, there's a big second down play coming up right now.
All right, keep me there. Put me on mute, and let's let people watch. Chris, what's going on at your place?
Oh, just let you see a crucial play that was going to happen. They were just getting ready to touch the nose of the 20-yard line, so I was like, I better go ahead and cut this one on because Volunteer had a third down, and I was going to see if they were going to be stopped. But they're on the 21-yard line, and guess what? As we were you were talking there, they got the first down. So they're like 1 yard entering the red zone or the zone. So it's first down for Volunteer, so we may have a game here. But Roddy, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if they get a little closer. I just want to try to give you a touch base to see if they were going to touch the zone, which they did. Okay. But I'll get back to you as they get a little closer.
All right. We'll come back to you just as shortly. We're watching the big Catholic come back. They've come back. It's 33-26 over JP2. So, wow. Nathan, we've had 3 good games. We'll come back to you shortly.
All right.
Jake, you still there? Waiting on Jake Nichols. While we're waiting on Jake, let's run down the scoreboard real quickly. Third quarter, I don't understand this. It should be a running clock. Greenville 82, Sullivan East 0. Morristown West has taken a lead over Cherokee 21-14. As we talked to Coach Stacy Carter, 37, his team takes a win tonight, 37-0 over Jefferson County. South Green 43, Johnson County 2, Unicoi County 20, West Green 3, Elizabethton 35, Volunteer 12, West Ridge a final, West Ridge 23, Morristown East 0. West Ridge is 5-2, and as we talk playoffs, we're talking about the playoffs. It looks like they will finish at least in that conference, at least third. They could end up finishing third in there, at least third or fourth. Dobbins Bennett, we talked to Nathan Miranda, did a wrap up from William Blunt. William Blunt 48. Kingsport Dobbins Bennett 48. William Blunt 21. Cannon County 35, Community 22. There's a third quarter score, 7:29 to go in the third quarter. Final, Pigeon Forge 24, Austin East 14. Coach Scott Meadows gets another win. His team will go 5-2 on this season. Bearden gets a big win, 14-10 over Cleveland. Go back out to Chris Reddick. He is in the red zone right here on Your High School Sports. Looks like someone must be getting ready to score. Is that going to be Volunteer?
Rodney, can you hear me?
I sure can, my friend.
Oh, let me switch it back here for you.
Okay. It is 4th down just before the end of the 3rd quarter, so I wanted you to see what's getting ready to happen here.
Okay.
They just got called for a holding play, but anyway, they're going for it on 4th down. And they're in the end zone, and it's
picked off. Interception.
Interception from
yes. Looks like Cade Russell. Yeah, Cyclones got the interception there. So they went for it through the end zone and picked off around the 2-yard line for the Cyclones. So 1st and 10 for the Cyclones as we're about 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So back to you, Rod.
All right. Chris Reddick is out there at score right now. Elizabethton is leading Volunteer 25.
35-12.
35-12. Excuse me, 35-12. Favor of the Cyclones, and Chris Reddick will be back with him shortly. 35-12 favor of the Cyclones. Some finals already. 1 minute and 12 seconds in the 4th quarter. Unaka leads Cosby 54-6. Back to 24-14. Pigeon Forge gets a win over Austin East. Bearden gets a win over Cleveland 14-10. Knox West 76, Cobb County 7. We will have Knox West and Maryville next Friday night for Your High School Sports Game of the Week. Tune in on our Facebook page, Your High School Sports Facebook page, and check out all the action. Pregame show will start at 6:30 from Maryville High School. Mayor, speaking of Bradley Central has come back and beat Farragut 31-28. Bradley Central 7-0, and Coach Eddie Courtney's Farragut Admirals go 3-4 on the season, 31-28. Maryville, like I said, Maryville 61, Hardin Valley 3, Greenback 30, Harriman 22. That's a 4th quarter score. You've got Oliver Springs 14, Oakdale 7. That's a halftime score. Oneida 14, Monterey 6, a halftime. Fulton 49, Scott County 0. That's a final. Halftime score, Midway 41, Sunbright 8. Halftime, Rockwood 48, Wartburg 6. Halftime, Gibbs 14, York Institute 7. Chattanooga Brainerd 28, Sweetwater 0. Coffee County 20, Cookville 7. Kingston 49, Signal Mountain 0. Lenore City 21, Hickson 14. Final, Cloudon 50, Happy Valley 14. Meigs County 19, Tyner Academy 12. That's a 3rd quarter score. Halftime, Marion County 42, Polk County 7. Red Bank 28, Fayetteville 0. South Pittsburgh halftime 62, South Creek 6. That should be a running clock in the 3rd quarter. White Whitwell 57, Lookout Valley 14, Clay County 28, Grundy County 7. 3rd quarter score is 7:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is Cannon County 35, Community 21. Macon County 14, Stone Mountain 13, halftime score. Halftime, Murfreesboro, Oakland 24, Murfreesboro, 7. Pope John Paul II, as Jake Nichols was just talking to us, Catholic has come back and taken the lead 33-26. Jake Nichols will be back with us soon here on Your High School Sports, the Zone, tonight to talk about what's going on out there at that school. Rockville, these are 4th quarter scores. Ray County 46, Howard 0. That's a halftime score. Rockville 50, Blackman 24. 4th quarter, halftime, Giles County 42, Sequatchie County 0. McMinn County 26, Walker Valley 14, 3rd quarter. Halftime, Trousdale County 27, Whites Creek 6. Final, Beach 49, Gallatin 17. That's a final. Tullahoma 28, Lawrence County 0. That is the third quarter score. Castle 18, Laredo 6. That is the final. Marshall County 56, Glencliff 0 is a halftime score. Smith County 28, Jackson County 0. Portland 19, Station Camp 7. The Jackson County, Smith County game is halftime, 28-7. Portland second quarter, 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter, 19-7. Summertown 35, Mount Pleasant 7, half. That's a final. Summertown 35, Mount Pleasant 7. Final, Morristown West 28, Cherokee 14. Decatur halftime, Decatur County 35, Adamsville 0. Franklin County third quarter score, Franklin County 32, Springfield 0. McEwen 30, Gleason 14's halftime score. Union City 7, Camden 8. That is the second quarter score. Milan 6, Orange County 0. That is the second quarter score. Peabody second quarter score, Peabody 28, Humboldt 0. Haywood 14, South Gibson 0. West Carroll 8, Greenfield 8. That's the second quarter score. Memphis Central 7, St. Benedict 0. Baylor 34. These are Division II private schools. Chattanooga Baylor 34, Hendersonville 21. As Jake Nichols just talked to us about, it is Knox Catholic 33, Pope John Paul II 26, Chattanooga McCauley 28, Father Ryan 14. Boyd Buchanan 41, Chattanooga Notre Dame 13, Chattanooga Christian 20, Grace Christian of Knoxville 13, Silverdale Academy 48, East Ridge 14. And let's go back to Chris Reddick. What's going on, Mr. Reddick? I hear you. I can't hear you. Now I can.
All right, can you hear me? All right, we're
Yes,
on the
I can.
26-yard line. Let's let Cyclones throw the pass. Oh, jumped in the backfield, tackle for loss. I thought I'd go ahead and give you some since it's Elizabeth, because they've been rolling hard and fast. So that's
All right, we'll stay with you. It's just your game and Jake's game left for tonight. We had two good games, two teams looking for. Chris, you and I were talking about that Dobbins-Bennett Science Hill game. It's in 2 weeks.
So you're in the end zone. Catch. Touchdown.
Cyclones.
Touchdown. Nate Stevens. Cyclones. You saw the little bomb pass there from Bryson Rollins to number 21, Nate Stevens, for the big time touchdown. And believe it or not, I don't think I was actually recording on my camera.
I believe you. I don't know. You was talking to me here in the zone. I saw it.
I thought I was wrong. No, I'm talking about on my video camera.
Oh,
yeah, you got it on the zone. I'm talking about the actual video camera.
That was pretty good. I like that. That was good action.
Yeah,
that was good action.
So extra points, get ready to go up. It's good. Puts it at 42-12. Elizabeth and Cyclones in the fourth quarter with 8:56 left in the game.
Quick update on with some things you and I have been talking about. We were talking about playoffs. Got a chance to talk to Coach Stacy Carter at the end of the game. Mikey got a good interview, and I actually got to interview Coach Carter. He said they off next week. What a better way to be off next week. You got a week to get your team healthy. You get ready for Dobbins-Bennett, the last game of the season. Who you think's in a better situation? Would you want to play next week? Would you want to play, or would you want a week off?
You know what? Actually, I would probably, in this situation with that big win, such a big win over Jeff County, to kind of put them out.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually like the 2-week break, because that gets you grounded again, and that can where Coach Carter can repeat that message we talked about. Calm yourself down, relax. There's a big win, but let's let it go. Let's forget about it. Enjoy it the next few days. We got an off week. Enjoy it. Let's be honest. But then we got to forget about it real quick, because we got to finish. So actually, I don't mind that. I don't mind the week off.
Don't mind weeks off. So he sounded pretty good. A big win like that to beat Jefferson County 37-0. puts him in a good situation to going in mindset. And I'm thinking the same thing with you. Why not be off next week, get healthy, get everybody on the same page? Because Dobbins Bennett, I don't know if they have an open date next week. I don't think they do. But the thing about it is, I'm merging Science Hill. You know, they can win this thing out. Let's beat Dobbins Bennett. Let's win this thing out. But here's the thing.
Where's the game? Where's the location?
I think I'll have to ask Mikey. I think it's at Science Hill. I think it's at Science Hill.
To their favorite. That's to their favorite. If it is, to their favorite.
Definitely, because you don't want to go to the Indian house with all the crowd.
Because they know what's at stake. And let me tell you, Coach Joey Christians, he knows what's at stake. And no matter where the game's going to be, he's going to have those Indians ready.
They'll be ready. They'll be ready. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your thing. 42-12 from your game. Elizabethan is in total control. Let me give you a quick score. 83-0.
Oh, what's that?
Who you think?
83. That's Alcoa, huh?
Who you think?
Maryville?
Greenville. Yeah, 83-0.
Let me tell you real quick about Greenville, because we had him as one of our showcase games, game of the week here at Your High School Sports. This team is a very intense team, and it doesn't matter who they play. I'm sure they have a ritual, and they go through this ritual every game. I was very impressed with them because they were there before I was there. Number one, as I'm setting up, they're warming up. You don't even have fans there. They brought their own, how you have the pregame music that, the announce music gets early, go ahead and cranks the pregame music. No pregame music from the Seymour because nobody was set up. But you know what? Greenville has their pregame music. They bring their sound box, they sit in the end zone, and they get ready. And it was like that. While I'm getting ready, they're getting ready. Seymour was nowhere to be found for about an hour.
Whoa.
That's Greenville football.
That's Greenville football.
They mean business this year. That lets me know they mean business, and it shows when they're on the field.
Well, you got
83-0. That's why you get that. Yeah.
That's a basketball score.
Yes.
That's,
without letting the other team score.
83.
Yes.
What happened? That means, Chris, they was up and down the field. It was a running clock. It was 68-0 at halftime.
Well, let me tell you this. Here's what I love about the team. Not that I love them over Betsy, but just love about. In other words, I love good football teams. Let's just set that straight. So it's not that I'm enamored over Greenville. Let's just get that straight. But what I do love is I love when players all across the board, no matter first, second, third team, are so excited to get in the game that's what happens. In other words, you put in your second, third string, you think you're letting off the brakes. They don't let off the brakes. Those guys are just as hungry as first, second team. So they're grinding it out, and they can't help it. And you don't want to slow a team down. I don't care what level team's in. You don't want to slow a team down. You keep that tempo going to the end. And Coach Spradlin has got them with that tempo to the end of the game. And that's why you sometimes see scores like 83-0.
Good question. That's a basketball score. 83 points in a football game.
It's a basketball score without letting the other team score. It's like you just keep giving the one team shots. You just keep taking those shots. We can't score. You just keep shooting. Unbelievable. I mean, that's almost 100 points. When's the last time we seen 100? Okay, now, we would see 100 points game, but we have the rule of the running clock. But when's the last time we've seen a running clock game hit 100 points?
It's coming. It could have been tonight. It could have been tonight. You look at that. 83 points in a football game? Chris, come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not surprising if it wasn't a running clock, but we're talking a running clock, and a running clock goes fast. We just did one yesterday, and that clock it was like game over, right? When that clock starts, it just doesn't stop. So, like you said, if they already had 60 plus at the half, that means they still put three or four more touchdowns on a running clock.
Yeah, they're one of the teams to beat. They're one of them to beat. All right, you go back to your 42-12. We'll talk to you.
All right. Maybe my son Zion can get in by this point. I may stick around.
Show me some of that. Show me some of that. I want to see it. When he gets in the game,
If
I want
it
to see it. I want to see
All
it.
right.
I want to see it. Yeah. All right. Chris Reddick is out at Volunteer as Cyclones 42-12. We saw a big pass reception from Bryce Rollins as the Cyclones scored right there on the zone in view of Chris Reddick with the game. But I tell you what, we got to thank all of our sponsors for really final. Greenville 88, Sullivan East 0. Can you believe that? 88-0. 88-0. That's something else. Score 88 points. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors right quick as we're moving on. 9:48 in East Tennessee games. A lot of finals in East Tennessee. Krispy Kreme Donuts, proud sponsor. These are proud sponsors of your high school sports. The Zone, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Sevier County Electric, Riverstone Resort and Spa, Buddy's Barbecue, Claybo's Express Shine Car Wash, and Claybo's Campground, #1 campground in all of Sevier County. Alawine Pottery, the Blades Hair Salon, and Sesquitos 2. Great sponsors, great friends here at your high school sports, The Zone. I'm Roddy Wood, your host. As we wrap up things for week number 9, we're waiting on Chris Reddick to wrap up his game with Volunteer and the Cyclones, and also waiting on Jake Nichols to wrap up his game. He is at Catholic High School tonight, where Catholic is taking on Pope John Paul II out of Nashville. 2 great games right here on your high school sports, The Zone, this evening. Some wins. Dobbins Bennett went down and took care of business in Blount County, 48-21 favor of Daniel Dobbins Bennett. Chris Reddick was at the Daniel Boone game earlier, and we are working on getting some final scores here. Right here in The Zone on your high school sports family of networks. Next week, the crew will be out at Maryville High School, as Maryville will take on Knox West. The Knox West Rebels coming in ranked #1 in Class 5A, and Maryville coming in ranked #2 in Class 6A. Should be really a great game out there. Let's run things down for you guys. A lot of finals have hit the board. Fourth quarter score, Chucky Dope 26, Claiborne 20. The rest are finals. Cloudon 50, Happy Valley 14, Unaka 54, Cosby 12, Hampton 42, Cumberland Gap 0. Daniel Boone, where Chris Reddick was at earlier for The Zone. Daniel Boone 24, Tennessee High 7. And the way Chris was talking about that, I think that gives Daniel Boone the edge in the conference. They could actually win the conference. Let's go back to Jake Nichols. He is out at Catholic High School. Is it all over, Jake? Nope, can't hear you. Can't hear you. You got me.
We've got 5 seconds left. JP2 trying to go for the game-winning field goal right here. 33-33. Knox Catholic drove down and tied it up. Knox Catholic drove down, took a 33-26 lead. JP2 comes back down, ties it up. Catholic goes 3 and out, punts, and now JP2 is trying to kick the game-winning field goal from 47 out with 5.9 seconds left. This is insane. It's got to be one of the best games of the year.
Let me see the action. Let me see some action. I want to see this field go. Chris, we'll be back with you.
So they're in a timeout right now, but in just a second, they're going to try for the game winner.
All right. So is it this game has lived up to everything, Jake?
Yeah, it has been absolutely fantastic. And, you know, no matter how this thing ends, you can't say enough about Catholic's resilience in the second half. It looked over at halftime, 26-10. And these guys battled back, took a 33-26 lead, 23 unanswered points. But now JP2 is trying to walk this thing off.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
47 yards for the win.
Has the kicker got the leg?
33-33 tie. And again, it's from 47 with 5 seconds left.
It's good.
Good.
It's good.
JP2 walks it off.
He walked it off. Sounds like a baseball game. Walk off home run. So it's over. So JP2 36, Catholic 33. Oh my
Roddy,
goodness.
I'll get back with you in a minute.
Okay, all right.
Final score 36-33 JP2.
Oh my goodness. Chris Reddick, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Okay, what was going on there? What just
JP2,
happened? I saw a field goal. Was that a walk-off field goal?
Yeah, it was a walk-off field goal. JP2, Catholic came back down 26-10 at halftime, came back to tie it up 26, and then went ahead 33-26, and then JP2 came down, 5 seconds left, kicked a field goal to win it 33-36.
Oh, wow, heartbreaking.
Right here in the zone. Right here in the zone.
Oh, heartbreaker for some, but a great victory for others.
Yes.
Nice.
Did I miss a touchdown from?
Well, it was you saw it, but I mean, other zone was going. Hey, you know, this is a full night of action. So that's just what's happening here in the zone. That's why people need to tune in. But yes, there was another Elizabethan touchdown as they busted it right through the zone to put Elizabethan up 49-12. 3:18 left in the game, and maybe there's a possibility. My son.
Hey, did you get my text? Did you get my text?
What'd your text say? What did it say?
The final score, I thought it was 83. Final score 88-0.
Oh, even more. Oh,
88 points, Chris. 88 points.
That's I don't even know what to say about that. That's
88 points.
I mean, that's
a good game.
Well, that's what's impressive. Like I said, we're talking a running clock.
Yeah.
88 points with a running clock. That means if there was not a running clock, they would have easily over 100 points.
Easy.
All right, looks like they're switching out some of the players.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen my
number
son
32.
coming yet.
He's number 32.
He's actually
wearing
26. He's number 20.
Oh,
no, he's number 20. 20.
Oh, he's not wearing 26.
He's got the number of a legend. He's just 20, which replacing one of the legendary linebackers, Deuce Morton, who's having an outstanding career on the college level. Deuce Morton got Player of the Year or Player of the Week, I believe on the NAIA level, National Player of the Week. Played right here at Elizabethton last year, and that's the number my son's wearing, 20.
Okay,
but, he's going to have to fill some big shoes to fill Mr. Deuce Morton. Yeah.
Well, he could have wore 26, some big shoes.
Well, I think that's why he was afraid to put those shoes on. Those are pretty big shoes. No, 20 is really that's 20 is really that's a heavy load to carry. I mean that's a tough number to replace, especially at that position. I mean, it would be hard for anybody to replace that one. So
you think he'll get in? I want to see 20.
Well, I'm kind of let me kind of walk down the side here.
Okay. Well, while you walking,
I'm trying to study. I see a lot of players coming in.
Let me while you're walking, I'm gonna give some scores right quick. But you got an 88-0 score. I won't even say that one.
I'll just switch. I'm gonna switch it to the ball game.
Give me the game. And I'm gonna run down some scores because we got a lot of finals. Unaco 54, Cosby 12, Hampton 42, Cumberland Gap 0, Daniel Boone 24, Tennessee High 7, Seymour 35, Granger County 14, Greenville 88, Sullivan East 0, Morristown West 28, Cherokee 14, Science Hill 37, Jeff County 0, Johnson County, excuse me, South Green 43, Johnson County 2, Unicoi County 28, West Green 10, Elizabethton leading 49-12. That's what you're seeing on the zone right now. If you go to our YouTube page and you can see the zone, Elizabethton, and it is 49-12 favor of Elizabethton. West Ridge 23. Is it over, Chris?
It's over. That's the final, 49-12. Elizabethton gets the victory. That puts them one game away from possibly finishing second place. So that was a key win that they took tonight over Volunteer. If Volunteer would have won that game, that would have set them up for second place. So right now, all Elizabeth has to do is beat Seymour to solidify that second place role in the conference Region 1, or excuse me, Region 1, 4A.
Region 1, 4A. So,
Yes,
so I'm still shocked about this 88 points.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to I'll hang in here. I'm going to start just walking out of the stadium because you know what the next thing is everybody likes to beat the traffic. So I'll keep walking it. I'll talk with you.
All right,
talk with you. I'll listen, or at least listen.
So we've got things set up for the Dobbins Bennett Science Hill game. That's going to be in 2 weeks. That should be a real good one. But back to that scenario. Okay, Science Hill beats Dobbins Bennett. They will not win it outright because Dobbins Bennett beat Jeff County. So it will be a three-way tie, correct?
It's a three-way tie. Now, here's where it gets tricky. I don't want to get into all the incidentals of saying the rules, because sometimes rules are probably a little different from back when we played. When it comes to those tiebreakers, they're a little strange and weird sometimes.
Right.
So I don't want to sit here and make up things. All I can just tell you from my point of view is it will be a three-way tie, and I'm sure they'll have to decide either their outer conference record or the strength of their outer conference. In other words, let's say there's a tie with the outer conference record. Then it may come down to the strength of the outer conference record. So anyway, it can be a little tricky. So I don't want to really guess to say who would get it, but you would have a three-way tie. And unfortunately, one of those teams will have to travel.
Because let me give you another score. You got to look at West Ridge. They beat Morristown West tonight, 28-0.
Yes.
So they are in that mix right there too.
Well, West Ridge they have no chance to get in.
They have to be 4.
Probably they're going to finish 4. Yeah, the way it looks, that's probably the best they're going to do, because every team that wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jeff County, have they played West Ridge yet?
We need to check the schedule. I think
if Jeff County has, now here's the interesting thing, and this has happened to Science Hill before, where Science Hill was either in the driver's seat for 1 or 2, but tanked. Jeff County could do the same thing. If they still have to play West Ridge, that could catapult West Ridge above Jeff County, and that could possibly prevent one of the, West Ridge from having to make that trip to Maryville. So that could be a crucial game if that's left on the plate.
I'll have to check. We'll check next week when we do the first quick picks. We'll talk about that. We'll start setting up next week's quick pick show. Will come on Thursday. We'll start setting up playoff scenarios.
Well, the reason why I bring that up, Roddy, is if you heard me earlier, I said if Jeff County wins tonight, that crowns them. Meaning it wouldn't matter if they lost to West Ridge.
Right.
They could have taken that L to West Ridge, still been the crown, because they beat the 2 top dogs, which is Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill, which Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill both beat West Ridge. So it wouldn't have mattered. Right. So that's why me forgetting about West Ridge, if Jeff County would have won, it now becomes interesting again to see if West Ridge is still left on the schedule for Jeff County.
We'll have to check that. I'll check that, and we'll talk later. You get ahead and get out, beat the traffic. Chris,
yeah, I'm going to beat the traffic, get out of here. I'm about 100 feet away from my car. Once I get in, I am done. So that is my wrap up.
His wrap up tonight. He's covered 2 games for us here in the zone. He covered Daniel Boone's win over Tennessee High, and then he caught up with Elizabethton as they beat Volunteer 49-12. Chris, we'll talk to you over the weekend. And like I always say, go
get my friend.
All right. Chris Reddick is on his way out there.
Yes, sir.
We're waiting on Jake Nichols to do his wrap up from Catholic. We saw that great win. We've had some really, really great games here in the zone tonight. It has been really, we saw JP2 get a crucial win right there with 5 seconds on the clock, 33-36 from Catholic. They had trailed one time 26-10 and came back and so some really good games here in your high school sports on your high school sports zone tonight. Really good. We'll go back and recap the finals. Everything in the East Tennessee is pretty much gone final right now. All the finals: Cleveland 50, Cloudon 50, Happy Valley 14, Unaka 54, Cosby 12, Hampton 42, Cumberland Gap 0, Daniel Boone 24, Tennessee High 7, Seymour 35, Granger 14, Greenville 88, Sullivan East 0, Morristown West 28, Cherokee 14, Science Hill 37, Jeff County 0, South Green 43, Johnson County 2, Unicoi County 28, West Green 10, Elizabethton 49, Volunteer 12, West Ridge 23, Morristown East 0, Dobbins Bennett 48, William Blunt 21, Pigeon Forge 24, Austin East 14, Bearden 14, Cleveland 10, Knox West 76, Cott County 7, Bradley Central 31, Farragut 28, Maryville 61, Hardin Valley 3, Greenback 30 is the fourth quarter score. Greenback 30, Harriman 28, Oliver Springs 30, Oakdale 7, Fulton 49, Scott County 0, Midway 55, Sunbright 20, Rockwood 56, Wartburg 6, Gibbs 41, York Institute 13, Bledsoe County 34, Tellico Plains 18, Copper Basin 62, Bradley Knights 0, Kingston 49, Signal Mountain 0, Meigs County 19, Chattanooga Tyner 18. That's a final. Running down the finals right here, Whitfield 57, Lookout Valley 14. Pretty much, then we'll go to jump down to Chattanooga, Ray County 46, Howard 0, Rockville 50, Blackman 45, Giles County 56, Sequatchie County 0. Those are finals. Beach 49, Gallatin 17, Creekwood 40, Hillwood 6, Tullahoma 35, Lawrence County 0, Gasson 18, Laredo 6, Marshall County 63, Glencliff 0. Look, Summertown 35, Mount Pleasant 7. Pope John Paul II 36, Catholic 33. You saw the winning field goal from Pope John Paul II right here live on the zone. 46-yard field goal that a walk-off field goal that gave Pope John Paul II the win over Knox Catholic 36-33. Great game right there. 31, Macaulay 31, Father Ryan 14, Boyd Buchanan 48, Chattanooga Notre Dame 13, Chattanooga Christian 47, Grace Christian 13, and Silverdale Academy 48, East Ridge 14, and Lipscomb Academy 70. I thought that was the high score of the game of this week's football, but we had another high score. It came down to Lipkin Academy 70, Ethworth, Alabama 10. We thought that was was all of them, but we saw that Greenville put up 88 points tonight against Sullivan East. As Chris Reddick was talking about, that is a very good football team. To score 88 points with a running clock, because it was 68 to right at halftime. It was really it was 75 to nothing in the third quarter. It was not. It was something that to score 88 points in a game with a running clock. That's pretty good. And you cannot take away anything from second and third team players, because when they get in the game, they want to win too. They want to play too. So they do everything they can to get things done. As we get ready to wrap up things for this week number 9, a couple of interesting things. Your high school sports game of the week next week will be out at Maryville High School as the Red Rebels take on the Knox West Rebels. Number 1 ranked Knox West Rebels, class 5A, takes on the number 2 team in the state of Tennessee, the Maryville Red Rebels, right behind Murfreesboro, Oakland. Maryville perfect on the season. This should be really a good game. Pregame will start at 6:30 right here on Your High School Sports Facebook page. We will be here starting at 7 next week. The Zone right here on Your High School Sports. I'm gonna give him a few more minutes, and if he don't come on, we're gonna wrap things up and get out of here for this week. It's been a great thing. It's been a really good week number 9. Got started a little bit. Behind before, but we got it all started, got it all underway. Helped with the boss. Really good thing. For Mikey Hines, who covered Jeff County and Sevier County, Science Hill. Chris Reddick covered Daniel Boone and Tennessee High and Volunteer, and Elizabethton, and Jake Nichols, who covered Pope John Paul II and Knox Catholic, and for Nathan Miranda, who covered William Blunt and Dobbins Bennett. It's been a great day, a great night right here in the Zone, right here on Your High School Sports. For all those reporters out there in the field, and for the boss, Victoria Lang, I am Roddy Woods, and we have enjoyed you being in the Zone right here on Your High School Sports. We'll see you next week right here on Your High School Sports. We are the source for football in the Southeast. Good night.